Rolling around at the speed of sound, got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to the birthday stream. It is Saturday the 23rd of August, 3 days before my 37th birthday. And you are watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush, right here at twitch.tv/Royal_Flush. And yeah, another year gone, another year older. And it's all very exciting, isn't it? Let's unmute alerts. How you all doing? Lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining me for this birthday party special. I am celebrating with Fizzy Pop. Cheers. I hope you brought your own bottle as well and your best brain forward as we take on some quiz. But before that, here's a message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games.
He has the shirt on. Less said about what's fun under the desk, the better.
Thank you for the 100 bits, JR. No, I'm wearing shorts as well. Oh, that doesn't look like I'm wearing shorts. That looks like a leg. No, but there are shorts. Definitely shorts. I toyed with the idea of doing birthday stream in birthday suit. This is the problem where it's just, you know, that looks like a leg. Yeah, it does. An uncovered leg. But it is lovely to be here. Say in a better place than I was last birthday, has to be said. Not like you were wearing, no, it did not. Categorically did not. Who have we got tonight? Good evening, JR and Prugs, Lewis and Solomon, SJ and Colin, Vertigo and Tiggo, Shapes and Toot. And here's a message from our sponsor, TVP.
Please give profound congratulations to me and my partner. We are in a relationship since today. I'm so lucky to have found them.
Well, congratulations, TVP, and thank you for the 100 bits. Very happy for you. Who else have we got? Where do we get to? Toot and Lupine. Good evening, Lupine. And Mark and Oni, Fluffy Boons, The Clement, Conradlac, Flyboy, Naked Grams, Michael and Matt, TVP, Samster, CJ, Charlie, Clive, Stimson, Jerry, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me to come and celebrate my special day, which actually isn't until Tuesday. But this is sort of an annual thing. I have a birthday party at Game Night every year. Slightly understated birthday party this year. No guests, no live guests. But maybe I've got lots of guests in the chat certainly, and maybe there'll be maybe some others will come and join us over the course of the evening. Quite a few of you here already, and here's a message from our sponsor, Colin.
Seems appropriate to have a 2-year sub on the birthday party stream.
Oh, that does seem rather appropriate, doesn't it, Colin? Thank you very much for the 2 years. Goodness me, 2 years. Most grateful to you. Thank you for the support. AB Me, Shadowmane, welcome both of you to the stream. To me, the levels seem a bit off. The TTS seems a bit quieter, or maybe the bed's a bit louder. So turning down my headset's not going to make any difference, is it? Puzzle Dan, welcome to the stream, and here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
If Mr. Chips what he doing, he bring me cake. How nice of him.
That's very nice of him. Thank you for the 100 bits, Puzzle Dan. Hey, Mr. Chips, going to bring me a cake for my birthday. Anyway, we've got 3 games tonight, 3 full-length feature games, so no warm-up. We're diving straight into the action. And Solid Marine, welcome to the stream. Oh, yeah, TTS is a bit quiet. I haven't changed it. They normally do that through Streamlabs OBS, so because it just channels through desktop. Where does that come from? Is that Streamlabs? I have to set that. Let me see. I wouldn't worry about it, Jay. I was off out doing parkrun anyway, so I didn't see it until close to lunchtime. Let's log into Streamlabs. If people want to keep sending bits. I know we can manage, but if something's happened, I would like to see. Alert box. Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Write it down, you ain't never had a friend like me. Wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. No, I can't remember how Streamlabs works. Yeah, we'll live. Joe and Kolo, welcome both of you to the stream. Nice to have you here. I'm going to give you till the end of this loop and then we're going to start. This first game tonight, Data Leak, comes to us courtesy of Cola, moderator in the chat, and Pope. So we're very grateful to him for his efforts. Lovely little pack. This one's been proofed by me. So looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Pope Cola, indeed so. Should have a lot of fun. That is the end of the second time round the loop. So let's lock the lobby and get on with the game. If anybody does want to come and join in midway through, Universal Controller right there, and the room code is right there, and we'll be there on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen throughout the game. It's Data Leak. Solve the puzzles as quickly as you can. Clues will be revealed every 10 seconds. The fewer clues you need, the more points you win. Get the answer wrong, and you'll be frozen out for 8 seconds. Some puzzles may require your spelling to be exact, mainly in round 4. So yeah, don't worry about it being wrong. It just means you can't get the points for that clue. You'll have to wait for the next clue. So if you think you've got half an idea, take a guess. You never know. It might be right. Jogging, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me in this very special game night birthday stream. Well, it's not Game Night's birthday, it's my birthday. Game Night's birthday's in March. March? I think it's March. I can't remember. I had one recently. Anyway, Google away and fingers on unicorns, as it were. Oh, hello. Prey, my dude, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. You're just in time for a bit of data leak. Welcome to Game Night. I'm Royal Flush, and it's my birthday stream today. What with it being my birthday on Tuesday. Hello, Prey. Welcome on into the stream. Thank you for that raid, my dude. How was stream? Let's give you a cheeky shout out. Let's give Prey a shout out. Prey casts. Prey casts does casts. Good. God, it was good. You're doing a lot of streaming at the moment. So if you're not following him already, go give Prey a follow. Time to join this. D. Nice. Well, there is room to join this lobby if you want to come and play Prey. We're playing Data Leak. So yes, I was just saying. Kegler, welcome on in. Just saying. Google's away. Unicorns at the ready. Get these promos. Can these promos get any more glowing? Who knows? Right. I think we should begin as we always do, round 1. Yeah, don't you worry, man. You get some food. You go have a chill evening. Thanks for the raid. I really appreciate it. And if you get some food and you fancy popping back later on for even more party, that'd be great to see you. Thank you, my dude. Have a good one, and hopefully see you later on. Right, round 1 is 5 degrees, and in this round you're going to be presented with a category and 5 longer clues, all describing the same person, place, or object. Faster you nourish yourself with quiz, as Shapes says. Star Kid Pep, welcome to the stream. 55th choice between here and Freycast. I chose the latter. I was immediately to rate it. I chose wrong. Hi, welcome Star Kid Pep. If you want to come and play, Universal Controller and root code right there. So yeah, 5 clues, all describing the same person, place, or object. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. It's as simple as that. Devices at the ready. Fingers on them. That sentence got away from me. Here we go. It's time for the first question, and we're looking for a specific colour. For 5, according to Figma, this colour is a perfect UI shade for banks or healthcare industries that wish to establish trust with their users. For 4, tea leaves were used to produce this colour until John Horler developed a process to create a dye from cashew shells. Welcome on in, Pyro Pygmy. For 3, its hex code is #D5C58A, and it is positioned between red and yellow on the colour wheel with subtle undertones of green. Here come the first couple of solves. For 2 points, its name in Sanskrit means dust or soil. I see fingers on them, Jerry. You made me spill Prosecco on myself. For 1, it was adopted as a dye for British Army uniforms in the 1850s and is now used by army forces worldwide. Khaki is the colour we were after there. Yes, khaki. Very particular shade of sort of greenish brown. And I'm fairly sure khaki came up in a money box question. It was a completely different question. But yeah, khaki is obviously a favourite among quiz enthusiasts, among question setters. Khaki, yes, khaki. Also used to gain entry to your vehicle, absolutely. Come on, soundboard, wake up. I'll go to that one instead. That's slightly louder. Right, well done if you've got some points. Let's drain that puzzle. And on we toddle to puzzle number 2. Take a look at this. We're looking for an historical figure. For 5, this person performed a magic show as the unparalleled necromancer Ria Rama Roos for the children of Bonk on the Isle of Wight. He owned a talking raven named Grip, who was supposedly the inspiration for Edgar Allan Poe's 1845 poem. Well done, first couple of solves there for 4, well played. For 3, he helped rescue fellow passengers from a Kent train crash in 1865 before returning to save his current working manuscript. And in a 2015 BBC assessment by non-UK experts, 3 of his novels were ranked in the top 10 British novels of all time. For a single point now, although himself a skeptic, ghosts featured in over 24 of his stories, most famously in A Christmas Carol. For a single point, my name is Charles Dickens. I'm sort of channeling my inner Henry Kelly, rest in peace there. But yeah, so that was a lot of words in that one. It did feel a lot like reading a Go for Gold puzzle. Charles Dickens was the answer. Very well done if you got some points out of that. Most people getting at least one there, so very well played. Let's drain the puzzle. Out it goes, and on we go to puzzle number 3, where we are looking for a household item. Henry Kelly is also an historical figure, that's true. Okay, for 5, the oldest working example of this item in the UK, the Senior, was purchased in the 1940s for 41 shillings. A former military man has used one of these to impress patrons in a Brooklyn bar since 2016, promising to tackle any fair challenge. In the 1953 cartoon Missing Mouse, Tom's face briefly takes the shape of this item after Jerry drops one on him. Quite a few solving for 3 for 2 points now. An early predecessor of this item was a playable token in the board game Monopoly, until it was replaced by the cat in 2013. And for a single point, anyone solving now, Phillips, Braun and Russell Hobbs are notable manufacturers of these items designed to help press clothes on a flat board. For a single point, I am an electric iron, or other variations on iron also acceptable there. Very well done. It's almost a sea of green. And again, this is kind of a fun game, trying to read the clues so that I finish reading the clue as the next clue becomes live. They are very verbose. I think they're brilliant. There's lots to take in. It's a real channeling of going for gold going on here, so hats off to Cola. Very well done. If you got some points out of that, let's drain that puzzle and go on to the next one. This is a slightly shorter one, so I may not be able to get the full flow of chatter for 40... how long is it? 40, I think it's 40 seconds? I can't remember. We'll find out in a minute. Puzzle number 4, we're looking for a movie. For 5 points, the script rights for this movie was sold by the director to the producer for $1. A whole dollar. For 4, author Harlan Ellison sued over similarities between the screenplay and his story, Soldier from Tomorrow. Bit of a clue in there if you have seen the film in question. For 3, director James Cameron conceived the idea for this film in a fever dream. What a few for 3 for 2 now. The eponymous character of this film only has 17 lines of dialogue, 58 words in total, at least 3 of which I think are the F word. For a single point, Arnold Schwarzenegger famously says, "I'll be back." And he was for the 1991 sequel, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. The answer was The Terminator, accepted with or without the article at the front. Yes, 17 lines of dialogue, 58 words in total. I'll be back being 1. F you asshole being another 3. That's been a while. Sarah Connor, that comes up a couple of times. Sarah Connor. So yeah, and then he had slightly more in T2. But yeah, T2 is a banging film. I've not seen it for years. But yeah, get to the chopper. No, wasn't that the Predator? Get to the chopper. I forget. Let's drain the puzzle. Well done if you got some points out of that. As we go on to puzzle number 5, the last one of the round, and we're looking for a food. My guess of Toy Story is much funnier on reveal, quite. For 5, the national day of this foodstuff is the 13th of October in the USA and the first Sunday in February in the UK. The first recorded use of this foodstuff's name is in a 1747 cookbook by Hannah Glass. For 3 points, the regional name for this foodstuff is probably because of the association of that county with coal, and therefore hotter ovens. Well done, Clive, for 3. For 2 now, the Royal Society for Chemistry's recipe for this includes only 5 ingredients: egg, flour, milk, water, and salt. And for a single point, traditionally served as part of a roast dinner with beef, this batter pudding gets its flavour from the fat it is cooked in. For a single point, I am a Yorkshire pudding. Kurt Tucan, welcome to the stream. Yes, Yorkshire pudding, best part. Is it well? Now I'd say it's the best part of any roast dinner. It's not, but it is up there. It's up there. I mean, because a roast dinner, how can you separate the parts? If I had to have just one thing from a roast dinner, I mean, Yorkshire pudding might be the one. Because, I mean, I love, if I'm having roast beef is great, and roast potatoes are fantastic, and parsnips are exceptional. Oh, there's something about a Yorkshire pudding. Oh, nom, 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 nom. You can buy Aunt Bessie's. Love some roast beef. I have a Yorkshire pudding. Yes, indeed. I've got some raid messages coming in, so I'm going to go through. Dead guests only tonight, are there? Paint me like one of your Burn-a-Pod Trent girls. I fear not, Oni. That's not something I'm going to do. That looks like a leg. And birthday stream and a birthday tweet. Thank you for the raid message. If you see something amusing that happens, or I say something inadvisable, then you can suggest it as a raid message by preceding it with a hashtag. That's the end of round 1. Let's drain that puzzle and take a little peep at the scores after 5 questions. Fill my pudding with some sort of filling. Well, that works as well. Can't beat an apple pie or a cherry pie. Oh, Inca, Sam and Toot tied at the start with 12 points apiece. Well done there. Clive and Matt just behind with 11. Mark, Oni and Shapes have got 10. Currently in third place as a steady stretch of scores encompassing 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s, 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s and 0s. Which says to me that's a very, very well pitched opening pack. So hats off to you, Cola, because it's not very. You normally get a gradient, but you don't normally get quite as perfect a gradient as that, where every single score is accounted for between 0. Well, not between the max. I mean, 25 was the max, so top being about halfway. I think that feels about right. Very well done if you got some points. 4 more rounds to go. Let's play on round 2. It's all a blur because the picture round is now round 2. Oh, delicious fizzy pop. I'm going to have to go get some more of it in a minute. In this round, you're going to be presented with a category and a blurred picture, which will gradually come into sharper focus. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. Simple as that. You will receive a cryptic clue at the 2-point mark, which could be any flavour of clue. It could be sort of a cryptic clue in the conventional sense. It could be anagrammatic. There could be some underlines. It might just be sort of a leading clue towards the answer. But yeah, clue will help you out at the 2-point mark, but this is around very much the catchphrase round. Just say what you see. Okie dokie. So, fingers on devices, friends, as we go to our first puzzle, and we're looking for a comedian for 5. For 4. Typical of Yorkshire to not include a filling. That would cost extra, absolutely. For 3. And for 2, this gender fluid stream of conscious comedian once ran 43 marathons in 51 days for sports relief. And for a single point. That is Susie Eddie Izzard, also accepted Susie Izzard or Eddie Izzard. Both are acceptable names as declared by themselves. Yes, very, very good comedian. Very, very funny. Cake or death, which is appropriate on a birthday stream, I suppose. Cake or death. Wonderful. Well done if you got some points out of that. Let's drain the puzzle. And we're going to... Oh. There she goes. And on we go to puzzle number 2. Yes, there is Susie now. It was about a year ago. But they've also said she's also said she will accept. She responds to Eddie as well. So, yeah, there's a big thing about a year ago. Right, on we go. Puzzle number 2. We are looking for a creature for 5. A couple of players getting it for 5. Nicely done for 4 now. And for 3. For 2, this cryptid would wear size 37 shoes. 1 point. 1 point available now. Ploint isn't a word, Ben. Stop making words up. That would be Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot, Yeti, Sasquatch, any variations thereupon. Yeah, size 37. Both because they're very tall and because they are called Bigfoot. Love it. So really just to stay blurred for the last, that would have been good, wouldn't it? Yeah, because it's quite a blurred photo anyway. That of one of the most famous hoax photographs ever. I think it has been revealed to have been a hoax. Or am I thinking of the Loch Ness Monster ones? I don't know, maybe it's real. Who knows? Either way, well done if you got Bigfoot there. Let's drain the puzzle. Say bye-bye, Bigfoot. Bye-bye, Bigfoot. There they go. He's on Growler. Growler, is that like Grinder, but for fictional creatures? Let's play on. We're going on to puzzle number 3. Which is a condiment. A condiment. For 5. Well done, Shapes and Mark for 5. For 4 now. And for 3. Left the sun playing while I put the chickens to bed. Came in and he said the answer was Susie Edward inquired. Took me a while. For 2, used in cooking and cocktails. The bottle originally read, from the recipe of a nobleman from the county. And for a single point, if you squint, you might be able to read it. It is on the label there, and apologies to anyone who's not from Britain. That is allegedly pronounced Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire, not Worcestershire. If you're, although you'd be forgiven. I mean, for the longest time, I thought Bicester was pronounced Bicester. Or Bicester, but yes, yeah, Lee and Perrins was also an acceptable answer, as it says on the label. The original and genuine Lee and Perrins Worcestershire sauce, which is disgusting.
Shame.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, shame the sauce, shaming the condiment, because it's a dreadful thing that tastes horrible and ruins barbecues. Let's drain that puzzle. Close scores, still very close scores, very close scores. Let's go on to puzzle number 4. Let's see what you make of this. We're looking for a costume. Costume. For 5. And for 4. And here for 3. With a cryptic clue for 2. The answer should be elementary, my dear player. What's that mesh being shot off? The P is dropping down below the line. Single point now. So say what you see now. That's Sherlock Holmes. Oh, we did accept detective because they're more generic Sherlock. It's only Sherlock Holmes if it comes from the Sherlock region of London. Otherwise, it's just sparkling detective. I can't take the credit for that joke. I've just adapted it from someone else. No, Sherlock indeed. Yes, indeed. So very well done if you got that. Let's train the puzzle. Sherlock popular for I think it's since Benedict Cumberbatch took on the role, it's become a lot more popular, perhaps. But it doesn't look quite as much like that. Final puzzle for you. Puzzle number 5, or final picture puzzle. We're looking for a catastrophe for 5. Blimey. That's not much help, is it? Legally distinct cousin Barrett Holmes. Good, too good. Top has managed to find it for 5. 4 available now. And 3. Bernadette Cucumber has played it. Really? That's like his starring role. That's what catapulted him into the limelight. Yeah, on the TV show Sherlock in 2010, I think it started, or 2009 even. For 2 points, August 24th, 79 BCE would not have been a great time to visit this picturesque Roman town at the foot of a mountain. Single point now. Who took that? Taken before cameras. Sherlock Holmes. Pompeii. few variations accepted there, Vesuvius eruption, and so forth. But yes, that is the fall of Pompeii in the shadow of Mount Vesuvius. 79 BCE. It was a very bad day to be in Pompeii. Very well done. If you got that one, let's drain the puzzle and check out those scores at the end of round 2. Bye-bye, Pompeii. That's what they said in 79 BCE. Was that in poor taste? Well, they probably didn't say it then. They probably said it slightly afterwards. Anyway, Sam's got the lead with 33. Well done there. Inca's in second with 30. Matt and Toot tied up in third with 29. Is it too soon? Sorry, my bad. Matt and Toot in third with 29. It's also too late. Range of scores follow below: 27, 26s, 25s, 23s, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 6, 4, and 3. Nice spread of scores. Too soon from Conrad Luck. And G-Isers, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the birthday greetings. It's not actually till Tuesday, but tonight we party. Tonight's the party night, the game night birthday party, as it were. Thank you for coming to join us, my dude. Hope you keep it well. Shall we play on? I think we should play on round 3. Can I leave you? Oh, no, there are no instructions. I'm going to have to read them. I need another drink. I need to get another drink. I'll race through this. Round 3. Any other name. In this round, you're going to be presented with 5 clues and no category. All of the clues will be different descriptions of the same word or phrase. As ever, the faster you solve it, the more points you get. So, no categories here, but yes, this is the Wikipedia disambiguation round, if you like. Yeah, let's see how we get on with our first puzzle for 5 points. Take a look. Geoffrey Rush stars in this journalism-focused Australian TV series. Nobody there. For 4, a brand of medium-priced Ford automobiles produced 1939 to 2011. And for 3, an annual prize awarded for the best album from a UK or Irish music act. There's some souls coming in. For 2, Farouk Bulsara's legal surname from 1970. And for a single point, the closest planet to the Sun. Mercury, yes indeed. Closest planet to the Sun is Mercury. Farouk Bulsara, Freddie Mercury, of course. The Mercury Prize. The Mercury Prize is the best album of the year. The Ford Mercury was the car in question. And TV show Mercury, which starring Geoffrey Rush, which I must say I've never heard of. But I'm sure it's excellent because Geoffrey Rush, everything he touched turns to gold. Very well done. If you got some points there, let's drain the puzzle and plod along to puzzle number 2. Take a look at this. For 5. The stage name taken by Kevin Nash for his WCW debut as half of the tag team Master Blasters. For 4, the 1979 supernatural drama TV role for David McCallum opposite Joanna Lumley. Thought there might be a couple getting it from that one. For 3, gladiator name of Zach George. New gladiators. I will give you an extra clue on that one. New gladiators. For 2, tool used with a flint to create a spark for fire. Was it though, Sam? For a single point, a widely used alloy of iron and carbon known for its strength. I'm not sure I'd agree with you there, Sam. It's a good soundtrack, if nothing else. Steel was the answer. Yes, a flint and steel is the tool you'd use if you've ever been a member of the Boy Scouts. You'd have had a flint and steel. Steel, of course, is an alloy of iron and carbon. Stainless steel, known for its rust resistant or it's scratch resistant stainless steel. Steel, of course, is the name of the gladiator, Zach George, from the latest series of Gladiators, which is, of course, filmed up in Sheffield, the city of Steel, I think. Sapphire and Steel was the name of that show, starring Dave McCallum and Joanna Lumley. And Steel was Kevin Nash's nickname in the tag team Master Blasters. Very well done. If you've got some points, let's drain the puzzle. Vroom. And play on to puzzle number 3. We've got a missing word sort of round. Let's see how you get on with this. Take a look. For 5. Blank sounds. Pavement. Shapes knows their music. Very well played. For 4, Blank Guns Girls. Metric. For 3, Fields of Blank. Sting. For 2, Blank. Spandau Ballet. It's a very nice clue there. Even better is this one. Blank Finger by Shirley Bassey for a single point. What's the missing word? It's gold. Yes, Gold Finger. It's the Shirley Bassey one. And Gold. Always believe in your soul by Spandau Ballet. Fields of Blank by Sting. I heard this at a funeral I was at recently, and it does buy into the theory that you can only ever understand the last 3 words of a line in any Sting song. Bits of heart inside, I live what to why, ignore the fields of barley, in the fight your law, I need to I do what have fields of gold. Yeah, you only understand the last 3 lines. Yeah, Fields of Gold. I'm not going to sing Gold Guns Girls or Gold Sounds because I don't know them, regrettably. But very well done if you did get that. Blank Finger coming in as a raid message suggestion from Michael there. Yeah, gold was the answer. Let's drain that puzzle. Sorry, this one with songs. I'm always going to sing it. Let's play on puzzle number 4. He's not Irish. He's Geordie. Trying to do Geordie. For 5, in Terry Pratchett's Hogfather, the assassin Tea Time schemes to take control of a palace built from these. For 4, a full set of these were a common wedding gift in parts of the UK in the 20th century. For 3, in 2011, Discovery Channel used this Lady Gaga song to promote its Shark Week programming. Yeah, check it out, Star Kid. For 2, Muppet Band, Dr. Blank and the Electric Mayhem. It's actually a line from Family Guy, if I'm being completely honest, Star Kid. Also known as choppers or pearly whites. You find them in your mouth. Teeth. They're all teeth, is what they are. Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. It's a line from Family Guy that you can only ever understand the last 3 lines of a Sting song. Well done if you got that. Let's drain that puzzle. One more for you this round, and then I'm going to refill my glass at the start of round 4 because round 4 sort of runs itself, or each puzzle does. Let's take a look at this. Puzzle number 5. Yeah, Palace of Teeth. I've not read enough Discord novels to know enough about it, but yes, I did check out. For 5, a crater on Mars named for a town in Pennsylvania. For 4, a radio network broadcasting from the Global Radio Studios in Leicester Square. Well done, Solomon. First to get it for 4. For 3, a caramel-covered biscuit made by McVitie's. For 2, codename of the Central D-Day landing beach. There's a few Omars coming in now. It's not Omar. For 1, the medal awarded to winners of events at the Olympic Games. See, familiar? It's gold again. It's always gold. Cheeky from Cola there. I did commend him on that. Yeah, the gold, the original, the first gold ones were all songs, though, weren't they? So it's felt a shame that gold is such a nicely disambiguated word that I guess it seemed a shame just to use it for some songs. Very well done if you got inside Cola's tricksy head there and you managed to find gold. Let's drain that puzzle. 4, I was like, nah, it would be gold twice. Let's look at the scores. Sam's still got the lead, 46. He's just 2 points ahead of Toot, who's got 44. And Shapes is in third with 41. The spread of scores from 40 all the way down to 3 persisting underneath. Hopefully you can see where you are on the board. Top 3 at the moment, those Shapes, Toot and Sam. But Inker and Ralph just a point behind third with 40 apiece. And Matt just 2 points behind that. There's still a lot to play for. It's never Tchaikovsky. It's always gold. I sent a message to JR this morning. He sent me an idea for how we could implement Boggle on stream. I ended up sending the message, there is no typing, only Boggle. Well, there is no Dana, only Zool. Anyway, let's play on. Round 4. Famous last words. Yeah, you don't want to jinx it, Prooks. I mean, I don't believe in jinxes personally, but yeah, you're not doing badly. 35, just 11 points shy of the top. So we'll see if we can keep that up. There is no typing, only Boggle. Love it. We'll see if that comes to something at some point. Getting duped by gold, cola special. Absolutely, Solomon. Now, Raffles Clue Chain. In this round, you're going to be presented with a category and a single word or phrase that will gradually have more letters added to it. The faster you solve it, the more points you'll win. Simple as that. However, in this round, your spelling must be exact, including any not diacritics, including any punctuation that is included. There are no commas this week, unlike last time. I've still got to fix that. I've got to patch that out. That'll be a season 20 patch, I imagine. But yeah, if you have commas in the answer, it splits them into multiple answers, which is problematic. Anyway, let's clear my instructions, and we'll go to our first one. We're back with categories now, and let's take a look at our first puzzle. We're looking for the UK's 22nd favourite TV catchphrase for 5. Oh, done. Apodo getting there for 5. For 4 now. For 3. And for 2. Single point. It's the name of the game in many ways. Say what you see. Just say what you see now. Speaking of catchphrases, indeed. Well done if you got some points out of that one. I was going to get drinks, wasn't I? I might wait till the end of the quiz. Yeah, I can hang on that long. On we go. Puzzle number 2. We're looking for first lyric of the 9th greatest UK number 1 for 5. Apparently only 20 seconds. Yeah. Number 1 will be keep calm and carry on, won't it? I suspect. For 4. Mark and Oni in there, all played. 3. It was the Snake Charmer video. It was a good video. And for 2. Oh, you're very close, Silver Electron, but not quite. And for 1. I like the idea that last missing letter is a W. Friday nights and the lights are wow. No, Friday night and the lights are lows. Dancing Queen by ABBA. Friday night and the lights are low. Looking out for a place to go where they play the right music. It's my birthday stream. I'm going to sing if I want. Everything to sing. You come in to look for a king. Ah, love it. Yeah. Sam is complaining to Cola that he's made me sing. I'm 100% sure that's what's happening there. Eating Chinese with Mr. Bean, oh yeah. To channel my inner Peter Kay there. You can dance in your underpants, having the time of Friday night and the lights are cow. Put it in as a rain message, Clement. I'm only going to let you claim that one. Friday night and the lights are cow. Oh, I'm having a good time. I'm having a jolly time. I'm going to wait for Clement to put that in as a rain message suggestion. Friday night and the lights are cow. Sound of the Boom Battle Bar toilet. I've been to a Boom Battle Bar. I like that, Clement. I've been to a Boom Battle Bar. Played pool and electric darts and things there. Yeah, they're good fun. Anyway, let's play on because I'm getting carried away. I'm getting hysterical. On we go. Puzzle number 3. We're looking for a quote from the 19th best US president. For 5. Dan is here for Ben singing. We got the 40 thieves, your eyes out 1,000 days. I'm asking you to look, cause up your sleeve you got a bread and back together fast. It doesn't work, but it's just the same D minor riff over and over again. Well done, Clive, getting there for 4 for 3 now. You'll need the apostrophe. Have to. And for 1. I'm not going to eat any more broccoli, as very famously said by George H.W. Bush. That's George Bush Sr., the 41st President of the United States, I think. Was he 41? Clinton, 42. George Bush Jr., George W. Bush, 43, Obama, 44, Trump, 45, Biden, 46, and then Trump, 47 again. Yeah, 41st. Very well done if you got that. I couldn't tell you the context. Only wrong uns don't like broccoli. I don't like broccoli. No, I don't like broccoli. I do like broccoli. My dad doesn't like... My mum has a theory. My dad does eat broccoli because he doesn't eat carrots, though. He doesn't eat anything that's been grown in the ground apart from potatoes. Very odd. Let's drain the puzzle. I think we should pootle on to puzzle number 4, where we are looking for the first line of the second best traditional football chant. For 5 points, you need the apostrophe. For 4. Obama famously loves curry, it's true. For 3. Some football fans here, quite a lot of green already so far. Mind your spelling there, Charlie. For 2. There you go, Charlie, you've got it now. And for 1. You're getting sacked in the morning. I love the number of people who are, are so perpetually online. They're putting "you're getting hacked in the morning." It was a very popular answer until the 1 point mark. You're getting sacked in the morning. Sacked in the morning. You're getting sacked in the morning. That's apparently how it goes. I don't actually know I don't know what the tune is. Is it your crap and you know you are your with a different word other than crap? Is it you're getting sacked in the morning? I know your IP address to say shit, for fuck's sake. Is it your shit and you know you are your shit? Is it that one? I imagine that's number 1. That's all together now. You're welcome, Clive. Let's drain that puzzle. I know my mum might be watching. Sensitive to such things. So the tune of Dancing Queen. Well, you're getting sacked in the morning. You're getting sacked in the morning. Sacked in the morning. It doesn't really scam for that. Right, final puzzle of the clue chain, and we're looking for the US's 20th dumbest headline of 2024 for 5. Someone please take Ben to the football. The chat is 18 plus, but my parents might be about. It's certainly a mood. Yeah, definitely that. For 4. I think my mum's in Holland at the moment, so unlikely to be tuning in with her one leg. Well done, Jerry, just sneaking in for 4 for 3 now. She's got 2 legs. She's broken her leg, so it's on the mend though now, which is good. And for 2, Mark also solving at 3. I love this headline, by the way. It is truly dumb for a single point. Stop sticking googly eyes on statues. For full disclosure here, I've got a note to tell you. The question writer does not support this view. Googly eyes on statues are a wonderful idea. Yeah, stop sticking googly eyes on statues was the 20th dumbest headline in the US in 2024. Can I stick bingy eyes on statues? Very good, Pruse. No, you can't, because no one's used Bing since 1986. Stop cooking goulash, boil my sprouts. What? I'm going to need some further context. Let's try that puzzle and take a look at the scores. Well, my. Sam has got the lead and he's starting to extend it just a little bit. He's 5 points clear at the top with 60. Shapes and Toot are tied up behind with 55. And it's Oni in third with 53, but still much to play for with 1 round to go. Inca and Ralph on 52, Clive and Mark on 50, Matt on 49, then a range of scores from 45 right down to 3. But, googly that. Very good, googly that. Jogging suggesting H as a raid message. I'm not quite sure of the context of the H. Wow, that might be too soon, Tiggo. I don't know what the context for that comment is, but you do you. I'm aware. Also, I'm not going to say the film I've seen. That might be spoilers for that, but yeah. I do stick googly eyes on statues, says Puzzle Dan. Oh, lovely. Right, round 5. Before this stream of consciousness gets any more surreal. Round 5 is the content filter, and in this round you're presented with a category and 5 shorter clues, all of which will be contained within or connected to the answer. As ever, the faster you solve it, the more points you win. And quite right, Vertigo. I think it's the right time for that button. Stop suggesting single letters as raid messages. If you put your third one in as V, Jogging, I'm going to wonder what you're subtly trying to tell me that they've gone bankrupt. Okay, everyone's going to start doing it now. That was the football chant. What? Oh, it's he. Jimmy Savile football chant. Yeah, I'm just going to keep clicking the down button, that thumbs down button. I'll just limit everyone to 0. 0 suggestions, and I'll just work with what I've got. Right. It's a content filter. All of this could change. He's got Sam's game to lose. He's clear at the top 5 points, but let's see if he can hang on to that lead. Let's start with our first puzzle. We're looking for a city from its professional sports teams for 5. Orcas cricket. Oh, well done there. Lupine, Jerry, Solomon all cracking it for 5. For 4, Cascades Ultimate. And for 3, Seawolves Rugby Union. For 2, Kraken Ice Hockey. And for 1, Seahawks American football. Seattle is the answer. The Seattle Seahawks, Seattle Kraken, Seattle Seawolves, Seattle Cascades, and Seattle Orcas is the Seattle cricket team. Very well done if you got that. Clayton, welcome to the stream. I know you've been here a while, but it's the first time you've chatted. Very well done for Seattle. Let's drain the puzzle. Gap closing just a smidge at the top. Now 4 points clear for Sam, ahead of both Shapes and Tutor on 58. As we go to puzzle number 2, we're looking for a music genre from bands. For 5, 88 Fingers Louie. Thank you, Clayton, for the birthday greetings. Riff is getting there for 5, well done. For 4, Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers. Oh, Sam in for 4, as is Toot. Toot keeping that pressure on him, but Sam doing pretty well to get another 4 points there. For 3, Crass. Clayton, Riff, welcome both of you to the stream. And all that jazz. For 2, the Dead Kennedys. And for a single point, the Sex Pistols. Guess a genre. Hey, if it works, Riff. They are all punk or punk rock. Some variation with the word punk, though, is the word punk is what we needed. The best kind of pistol, yes, a Sex Pistol, indeed so. Well done, if you got that, let's drain the puzzle. How's things at the top? Sam is still 4 points clear of Toot, but there's been a bit of a gap opening up between second and third. We've now got a 3-way between only Ralph and Shapes for all on 59 in third place. A 3-way, third place 3-way. How exciting. Puzzle number 3, just 3 puzzles to go this game. Puzzle number 3, we're looking for a video game from its controls. I love this. For 5, quick turn down, down, R1. Sorry, quick turn, down, down, R1. For 4, revert R2. For 3, melon, left and circle. For 2, double kickflip, left square and square. Brings back memories, it really does. And for 1, steer your skater, left analog stick. One of the many variations on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. X to do an ollie, I remember that. Triangle was grind. Oh, I loved Tony Hawk's. It's amazing. I haven't played it on. I've played it on phone somewhat recently, but I haven't played it on PlayStation for like forever. I still remember X is ollie, triangle is grind. You do Christ Air, where you hold the skateboard and go like that, and then the 900. Yeah, great game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Melon, left and circle. I love that without context. Melon, left and circle. Yeah, Tony Hawk's or THPS or some variation thereupon. Very well done. Let's drain the puzzle. Sam's still got a 4-point lead, but now it's over shapes, and we've got Oni, Ralph, and Toot in a third-way three-way with just 2 puzzles to go. Let's go to the 4th. We're looking for a shared first name from roles of different actors. For 5, Patrick O'Malley in High Road to China. Toot in for 5. Pressure on Sam. For 4, Thomas Nickerson in The Heart of the Sea. For 3, Joe Fox in You've Got Mail. For 2, the 4th Doctor in Doctor Who. And for 1, Maverick in Top Gun. Is my middle name Tom, or Thomas, or Tommy, some variation thereupon. Yeah, my middle name is Thomas. So you had Tom Cruise from Maverick and Top Gun, 1986. Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor in Doctor Who, 1974 to 1981. Tom Hanks as Joe Fox in You've Got Mail, 1998. Tom Holland played Thomas Nickerson in The Heart of the Sea in 2015. And it was Tom Selleck who played Patrick O'Malley in High Road to China in 1983. Very well done. If you got some points out of that, let's drain the puzzle. Oh, a little bit of pressure. Yes, we were after the actor's name. It did say in the question shared actor's name. We've got a little bit of pressure here, but we've got 3 distinct players in first, second, and third. Sam on 70, Toot on 68, Shapes on 66. 2 points between first and second, and 2 points between second and third. And then Ralph, Inca, and Oni just 1 or 2 points behind third. So it's still a wide open game. Let's see what happens as we go to the final puzzle of the quiz. We're looking for a manufacturer from products. For 5, Cord Tracker iOS Android app. Cord Tracker iOS Android app. Sam and ABB there for 5, and Sam locks in the gold with that 5 points, and very well played, Sam. For 4 now, Adventurous Sport 2+2 golf cart. For 3, Montage M8X synthesizer. For 2, CFX concert grand piano. And for 1, R6 Race 600cc sports track motorcycle. I can't think of many companies that make both pianos and bikes. Yamaha is the answer. Very well done if you managed to get there. Sam locking in that gold with the 5 points after the first clue. Very well done there. Let's drain that puzzle and take a gander at the final scores. Well, it has been a most interesting game, and it's been a lot of fun to sit and host. But at the end of it all, just missing out. Inca on 66, Ralph and Oni on 67, just missing out on a medal spot. But a great game and very well played. The bronze medal goes to Shapes with a massive 68. The silver medal goes to Toot with a fabulous 72, but he was leading for a lot of the game and he's just managed to hang on to that lead. 3 points clear. The gold medal this week with 75 points goes to Samster. Wow, GG Samster, GG indeed. Penny and medal data has been written to the bank and should now be showing on your devices how many have won times your score by a number, and all will be well. Good stuff. Well, Cola, thank you very much for an excellent pack of data leak there. That was a really fun pack. I thought there was a lot of little quirky things in it and some really great questions. So thank you very much for your efforts. Really, really nice. And a lovely start to the birthday stream. And I like to think I've sort of kept the pace somewhat snappy there. So I know I started a little bit late and just, bashed through it. Having too much Samster content. Now, let's all play nice. Friends, I'm going to take a short break here. If you're not subscribed, you'll see some adverts. If you are subscribed, you'll get some music. Some more Sonic music, more party Sonic music. Hooray, hooray. I'm going to take this opportunity to refill my glass. I suggest you do the same. Go get some more drinks, get some more snacks, nip to the loo, stretch your legs, whatever you need to do. We'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes' time when we will be playing Risky Business, as written by Perugs and proofed by Lewis. Thank you very much to both of those for your contributions as the Game Night annual birthday party continues. I do hope you'll join me after the break for even more trivia. And don't forget, coming up a bit later on this evening, we have got the official relaunch of The Pyramid. Very much looking forward to that with trivia by me. I hope you'll stick around. Adverts coming up, or music if you're subbed. And I'll see you after the break for even more Game Night fun. Congratulations again to Sam. Thank you again to Cola. And I'll see you all after the break. Happy birthday, Sam. 250 pennies if you type happy birthday, Sam, in the next 90 seconds. Let's have some music. Got HUD601 to thank for introducing me to this. This is on one of my running playlists. And it's a jam from Sonic Colors. This is Speak With Your Heart. Take this opportunity to go stretch your legs, go get some more drinks and snacks, nip to the loo, and in about 5 minutes' time, we're going to be playing Risky Business, as written by Proogs, as the Game Night birthday stream continues. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. heart. Speak with your heart. And always take it with you back to the start. Speak with your heart. It's the ending theme from Sonic Colors. You're listening to Game Night Radio with me, Royal Flush. How you all doing? Traffic and latest headlines coming up in just a few minutes. But first, here's one for all you birthday people out there today. I love the idea of Game Night Radio. That'd be awesome. Do I have a jingle? Yeah, it's the intro video. Which I'm not going to do over Sonic Colors. Speak with your heart and always take it with you back to the start. Speak with your heart, yeah. Oh, video game Royal Flush Radio sounds like a fun time, actually. I have got DMC. Welcome to the stream, my dude, as well. Welcome, good to see you. Yeah, I have got a little bit of a background as a DJ, mainly doing student nights when I was a student and a recent graduate. So I just play cheese, really, and I don't really DJ in the same way, you know, actual DJs DJ on. Like Nico, he does proper DJing where he actually mixes stuff. I just play track after track that people will dance to. It seemed to go down well. Who said I've got a voice for radio or a voice for television? Someone said that to me yesterday. I thought, yeah, maybe. So maybe I could do a chill stream one night, and we could do Royal Flush Radio. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to VOD it though. Is the problem? And I'll have to set up a DJ channel maybe. Oh, come back, monitor. Thank you. Anyway, just a quick little bit of continuity. Oh, you had a face for it. Yeah, no, that I would have taken great offence had that been said. Next week, what have we got? I'm streaming on Thursday the 28th. We've got Plinko by Fluffy, Moneybox by Arun, and Bidding War by Simpsons Angle. That's Thursday the 28th of August. Do come along for that. If you're just here for the weekend stream, next Saturday we've got Danger Zone by Lingo, The Purge by Lupine, and Spotlight by Everybody. It feels like it's been a while since we played Danger. In fact, last Danger Zone was the 31st of July. So yeah, it does feel like it's been a little while since Danger Zone, but Danger Zone is back next Saturday, and then there's only 2 more streams left this season, which is madness. I need to start thinking about season 20 and episode 500. 500, bloody hell. Which is almost certainly going to be on, wait for it, Saturday the 20th of September. Almost certainly. I think it's the day after Euroquision. I'll say more on that in due course. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to be off on the 13th. I think I'm going to go see Hamlet, the festival theatre. But yes, it's the one Saturday I've got off. So yeah, probably going on a little theatre trip. But yeah, episode 500 is on the horizon. Keep your eye out for Ash the Bash as well. I've not heard anything from him in terms of when he's back, but he is still currently enjoying his summer break. So if you're not following him, but you like quiz content, interactive quiz content, do go give him a follow, because he will be back on the airwaves very soon, I'm sure. Okay, it's time for our second game this evening. It's been written by Proogs, it's been proofed by Lewis, and let's have some fun. It's one of my favourite games to host, and I hope you're going to have fun playing it as well. Hello, Not a Cat. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here just in time for the second game of the evening, which is written by Proogs, and it is time for the hexagons, the bestagons, and get your doo-wops ready. It's risky business. Welcome to Risky Business! And if you want to play, you will need the Universe Controller and this rim code, LQZJ. And Not a Cat, it's unbelievable how well that little dinosaur emote is timed with the Risky Business theme. It's almost perfect. Brilliant. Lovely stuff. Come join the game for a bit of Risky Business. I know next to nothing about this question pack, as is often the way when I don't write it and don't proof it, and I'm in a rush. So it exported fine, and I've got copious notes at various points, which I may not give you all of, but I'll certainly give you the key areas. So come join the game if you want to play some risky business tonight. So any teachers among us have the anxiety dreams started about the restarting of term? Any students among us restarting the anxiety dreams? I don't remember having anxiety dreams when I was a student. I remember really looking forward to going back to uni, actually. Getting a bit sick of the summer holidays. In my days, summer lasted from like the middle of May until the middle of September. It was, yeah. Commentate with extra notes. Nerd! Yeah, I did a fun degree, though. I did a very fun degree. I think I'll be good for notes proofs, to be completely honest. There are a lot. I did send you a little DM earlier on as well, just a little note for future reference on how the ingest works. But yeah, I thank you very much for your efforts. Listen about schools going back, prices go back. Do prices go up in the summer? Is that that's not a phenomenon I can say I've ever particularly noticed. Mind you, prices seem to go up all the time. It's very difficult to keep track, to be honest. Oh. Well, I know flights go up. Obviously, holidays go up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, travel. Okay, yeah, no, that is very much a thing. A known phenomenon. I'm just going to give you once around this loop, and it's probably just over halfway through now. So do come join the game. Little reminder, coming up later on, we have got the official relaunch of the Pyramid with the changes from the pre-launch pilot last Saturday have been implemented, as well as the bits that I didn't quite get around to finish. It was usually still cheapish to go before the English schools broke up. But that's the thing, when I was in education, back when I was in teaching, and Petri the dog, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. Enjoy the game. Yeah, when I was back in teaching, it was because I taught a free school, a local free school down here, which had longer days and longer holidays. We had 10 days in October half term, 3 weeks at Christmas, and 7.5 weeks in the summer. So always used to go on holiday in that first week because most schools hadn't broken up. Some private schools had. You can always tell on the planes, there's some people you think, has your school broken up early, or have you taken your children out of school early? Dorbane, welcome to the stream. It's another new chapter. Welcome. Lovely to have you with us. Do enjoy the game. So yeah, that was always very interesting. Looking around and playing. Have your schools broken up, or are you taking the £60 penalty per child? Because it's like £180 per child cheaper to go on holiday than in the first week. But yeah. Anywho, Joe, I think your account has been validated. There's a few refreshers have come through now. I think that's 3 times I've seen you join, so you should be good. Right, it's Risky Business. It's been written by Proogs. Children are very much for other people. I'm fully with you there, Shapes. Shall we get on with this game? I think we should. Get your doo-wops ready. It's time, when the riff ends, for Risky Business. Okie dokie, 3 rounds of fun and mayhem to look forward to. Let's get on with the first. Round 1 is favourable odds. You need to select one of the correct answers from the 5 presented options within 15 seconds. Tired of that joke. When the riff... yeah, the riff. No, it is a good joke, to be fair. With each question, the number of risk points available increases, whilst the number of correct answers decreases. Give me a wrong answer, it reduces your risk points to 0. However, abstention will preserve your currently accrued risk. Basically, if you don't think you know, you don't have to play. If you've got nothing at risk, you might as well have a go. But if you have got something at risk, then be careful, because you can lose your points with the wrong answer, but abstention is fine. To play question 4 of the set, you've got to choose to risk based on the answers alone. Question will be worth double points, but only one of the answers will be correct. If you choose to risk in that situation, abstention will be treated as an incorrect answer, only on the 4th question. 3 sets of 4 questions in this round, and the very best of luck to you all. Are we all ready? I think we should all be ready. Let's take a look at question number 1, and your options are John Parrott, Cliff Thorburn, Mark Selby, Zhao Jintong, Jimmy White. Name a player who has won the World Snooker Championship at least once. Four of those answers are right. One of them's wrong. Jimmy White was the wrong answer there. He's reached the finals on 6 occasions, but has never won. Zhao Jintong is the current title holder. Mark Selby's won a couple of times, I think. Cliff Thorburn way back in the day. Did Cliff Thorburn beat who's the Irish guy? Whose name I forget. Hurricane Higgins, Alex Higgins, and John Parrott sometime in the 80s. 4 times for Selby. Thank you very much. Well done. If you got that one right, let's move on. If you've got some risk, most players on 2 here, then do tread carefully on this next question. Let's take a look. Question number 2. 3 correct answers out of 5 up here. 3 points if you can find one. Options are Firefox, Opera, Internet Explorer, Chrome, Netscape Navigator. Name a web browser that existed in the year 2000. Was he really, Lewis? I did not know that. Joseph erring on the side of caution there. 2 confining one of the 2 wrong answers. Everyone else getting one of the right ones. Yeah, Opera, Internet Explorer, and Netscape Navigator all existed in the year 2000. Firefox was developed from the same origins as Netscape, Mozilla, but didn't debut until 2004. Google Chrome first appeared in 2008. Internet Explorer 5.0 had been released in 1999. Netscape 6 and Opera 4 were released in 2000. And now we have Edge, which is so needy. Anytime I've had to open Edge recently because for the pyramid I need minimum of 10 Unicon instances. So I've got 4 Chrome profiles, and then normal mode and incognito mode, so that's 8, and then I had to open Edge and incognito mode, and it's so needy. Every time you open it, it's like, please pick me, please make me your default browser. Like in the pop-up box, it's an unbelievably needy browser, Microsoft Edge, and it's shit as well. It's like, no, get good, and I'll think about it, because you know Chrome is not without its faults. Let's say you need doc what for? I don't. I'm perfectly happy with Chrome, to be honest. I can have default browser. Love it, Lewis. Yeah, I leave it on here just because it is useful if I do need multiple instances of stuff, but there's probably a way around that, and as Colin suggested the other day, I definitely need to write an app for that. Anyway, well done if you've got some points. Let's move on. Oh, yes, do. That would be unspeakably useful. Thank you. Let's play on. Another question. 5 options. 2 of them are right. 5 points if you can find one. You do not have to play. Just bear that in mind. I'll stand behind Ben's shoulder every stream. Yeah, he does a little bit. He's got my back. On we go. Question number 3. Options are Old Raumer, St Kilda, Jodrell Bank Observatory, Olympic National Park, Willandra Lakes region. Name a UNESCO World Heritage Site located in the UK. Keeps me penned in. Keeps me in my box. I am not surprised to see a lot of abstention in that. Just the 3 wrong answers, Conrad, Flyboy and Shapes. Flyball going for Lakes, Willandra Lakes region, Conradlac for Old Raumer, and Shapes for Old Raumer as well. St Kilda and the Jodrell Bank Observatory. St Kilda is in the Outer Hebrides in Scotland. Remote archipelago of volcanic origin, was shaped by weathering and glaciation that produced a dramatic landscape with high cliffs. The Jodrell Bank Observatory is a 76-metre diameter radio telescope built in 1957. It dominates the observatory in Cheshire. Became a World Heritage Site in 2019. Pretty saying you talk about Jodrell for ages, so go have a chat with him if you want more information. Old Raumer is one of the oldest harbours in Finland. Willandra Lakes region is in Australia, and the Olympic National Park is in Washington State, USA. Renowned for the diversity of its ecosystems, and it does sound lovely, Proogs. You're quite right. Very well done. If you got one of those correct, let's get rid of that and reorder the board. Quite a few of you on 10 here. Tiggo, Stimson, Solomon, Sam, Riff, Pikachu, aka Michael, Cola, Inca, Colin and Clive. Remember, if you choose to play this next question, you've got to press the risk button and then you are locked into the question, whereas in abstention will be treated as wrong. Whereas in, that's not a thing. Whereas if you don't want to play it, leave it blank and you can put it in the bank, but you won't be able to answer. The choice is yours. 5 options, only 1 correct answer, and those options are Henry VIII. Cymbeline. The Winter's Tale. Titus Andronicus. The Tempest. Bank or Risk? Just the three, Clive, Jogging, and Inca choosing to have a risk on this question. Everyone else, your points are safely into the bank, but you won't be able to answer this one. Jogging, Inca, and Clive, you must answer. If you abstain or give me a wrong answer, you lose all those points, but give me a right answer, and you will double up. Let's take a look at the question. Good luck. Name a Shakespeare play with no deaths. Not that one, Jogging. Not that one, Inca. And not that one, Clive. It's always Shakespeare. There is a lot of Shakespeare. I do love a Shakespeare question. It's The Tempest. The Tempest. There are no deaths in The Tempest. Note here from Proogs. I must admit I included Titus Andronicus for a bit of a laugh because it's quite well known that quite a few people failed to make it to the end of the play. I did see a play once called The Complete Deaths of William Shakespeare, which is a sort of comedy, a black comedy, where it recreates all, I think is it 73 deaths in the whole of the first folio? It just recreates all of the deaths and has a sort of narrative. It's a bit weird, but it was quite funny. The Winter's Tale. Prince Mamilius dies of grief after his mother Hermione is arrested and tried for treason. Innis going for the Winter's Tale. There's also a slightly vague one with Antigonus, who is the famous exit pursued by a bear. So presumably eaten. It's not a confirmed death, but you have definitely got Prince Mamilius. Henry VIII, he orders Buckingham's death, and Cardinal Wolsey dies of old age or illness. In Cymbeline, Guiderius kills and decapitates Cloten, and the Queen dies of fever. Now, strap in. In Titus Andronicus, Titus and spoiler alert, Titus orders the execution and sacrifice of Alarbus. Titus kills his own son Mucius in a quarrel. Charon and Demetrius murder Basanius. Marcius is beheaded, having been blamed for Basanius' murder. Quintus is beheaded, having been blamed for Basanius' murder. Titus kills Lavinia after she has been abused and mutilated by Charon and Demetrius. Titus kills Charon and bakes him in a pie. Titus kills Demetrius and bakes him in a pie. The clown is hanged. The nurse is stabbed. Titus kills Tamora. Saturnus kills Titus. And Lucius orders the execution of Aaron by burying up to his chest and leaving him to die of thirst or hunger. Yes, cheery play. Very cheery play, Titus Andronicus. I'm sure there was someone choked to death after eating said pie. But apart from that, the clown is stabbed, the nurse is hanged, yeah. I thought there might be a couple of raid messages coming in from that one. Just this once, Anne Hathaway. Everybody lives. The clown is stabbed, the nurse is hanged, yeah. Very cheery play. Does Shakespeare predict Game of Thrones? It is a bit Game of Thronesy, isn't it? I'm going to move on. I always get excited when a Shakespeare question comes along. 10 is the maximum so far. Tigo Stimson, Solomon Sam, Riff, Pikachu, Cola, and Colin all on 10. Let's have another 4 questions. 5 options, 4 correct answers. 2 points if you can find one. And your options are... the play. Apple pulp, onion, cauliflower, crushed chili peppers, date paste. Name an ingredient in Branston Original Pickle. From Worcestershire sauce in the last one to Branston Pickle in this one. That last option sounds like an instruction, doesn't it, rather than an ingredient. Sourcing for this one was 10 out of 10. Yeah, date paste. It sounds like some life advice, doesn't it? You can date paste if you want. I'm not going to judge you. It is one of the right answers, along with cauliflower, onion, and apple pulp. Unfortunately, the citation for this is the jar in front of me. A message from Proogs there. We assume that has been verified, but no crushed chili peppers in Branston Pickle. It's another abomination of human cuisine, and should be cast out at all times. Of course it is. I don't disbelieve you. It's just, I thought it was quite funny in my note that said the citation is sat in front of me. Yeah, it's an abomination before God and man, and it should be hung by its neck until dead. Order! Up we go. Another question. 5 options, 3 correct answers here. 3 points if you can find one. You don't have to play. Options are octagon, pentagon, square, hexagon, triangle. Name Name a regular polygon that tessellates by itself. I mean... Go on, Solomon. Hey, there's a sea of green. I mean, if you're not sure, there is a large example of this right behind the question. Because, of course, hexagons are the bestagons. Because that is where that quote came from. Hexagons being the bestagons. It was a CGP Grey video. Because hexagons are so, as polygons, they're so useful and malleable. And they do tessellate perfectly with themselves. Octagons are sort of hexagons, but not quite as useful, and pentagons are rubbish at tessellation, unless you're doing... pentagons have some uses, like drawing a house, for example. Triangles, squares, and hexagons are the only regular shapes that tessellate by themselves. You can have other tessellations of regular shapes if you use more than one type of shape. You can even tessellate pentagons, but they won't be regular ones. Tessellations can be used for tile patterns or in patchwork quilts, or indeed backgrounds of interactive game shows hosted on Twitch. Hello, Natter. Hope you're keeping well. Where are you at the moment? You're off gallivanting somewhere, aren't you? Brussels, that was it. Hope you're having a lovely time. Yes, you've said so in the chat. I didn't actually look at the chat. I just saw that you'd arrived. I went to look at the picture. Hexagons, but not quite as useful. Yeah, that's basically what octagons are. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're well. And yes, lovely to see a sea of green there. Let's move on to our next question. 5 options. Only 2 correct, but 5 points if you can find one. You do not have to play. And your options are... Hexagons are the worst. Basseterre, Santo Domingo, Havana, Port-au-Prince, San Juan. Name a city on the island of Hispaniola. Lovely Korean chicken, sounds good. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. Yeah, again, a few more abstentions on that one. I can't say I blame you. Trickier question. If pentagons and the bestagons, then hexagons can go get rexagons. I'll leave now. Yeah, Santo Domingo and Port-au-Prince, or Port-au-Prince? I've always said Port-au-Prince. I'm not quite sure it's correct. Port-au-Prince. Yeah, 2 correct answers. The main cities in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, which share the island. San Juan is the capital of neighboring Puerto Rico. Havana is in Cuba, and Basseterre is in St. Kitts and Nevis. So very well done. If you got Santo Domingo or Port-au-Prince, Cola, Sam, Barker, and Conrad all wiping out on that one. Quite a few abstaining. We've got a good chunk of players who are on the maximum of 10. Let's see if they want to risk it all on this next question. Remember, if you choose to risk, you are banned by the question and cannot abstain. If you haven't got any risk, then you can't choose to risk on it. If you don't want to risk, we'll put your points safely into the bank, but you won't be able to play. Double points up for grabs. Question number 4. Options are... Allons enfants de la patrie, lorsque l'on est mousquetaire, on est comme des fraises, les autres ne sont pas loin, une pour tout et tout pour une. Bonk ou Risqué? I would give that a solid 7 out of 10 for French president. Non, monsieur. Bien sûr, c'est alors. I would give my French pronunciation there a solid 7 out of 10. Bonk or Risqué? He just passed the watershed. Huge no. Les Bonk or Risqué. That's a good one. That's a good one. Lewis got there first, I'm afraid, Michael. And you both got the diacritic on the E, but Bonk would be very risque. Well, we've got 6 players having a go. Apodo, Clive, Flyboy, Inca, Jogging, and Jargons. But let's see who, if any of you can manage to double your points on here. My notes just say C Doc on this one, so got quite a lengthy thing, which I may not go through all of. But here's your bank or risk question. Good luck. Identify a genuine line of the French national anthem, La Marseillaise. 4 right and 2 wrong. Very well played. Bad luck, Joggy and JR. You wipe out. Inca, Flyboy, Clive, and Apodo all doubling up to 20. Allons enfants de la patrie was the correct answer. The correct answer is actually the first line of La Marseillaise. Let's go, child of the homeland. Allons enfants de la patrie, le jeu de gloire d'escriver. Something else. Chelsea. Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you keep it well. I thought La Marseillaise went da 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 dum 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 da, but those lyrics don't seem to scan, do they? Is it not Marseillaise? I thought it was Les Marseillaise. Allons enfants de la patrie, et le jour de gloire est arrivé. Marseillaise. Marseillaise. Surrendering their rest rather. Yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. The incorrect answers, for what it's worth, are the original French version of the theme of the children's cartoon D'Artagnan and the Three Muskehounds. Of course they are. Oh, es, not ease. Marseillaise. Okay, my bad. We live and learn. Yes, D'Artagnan and the Three Muskehounds. Un pour tout et tout pour un lorsque l'on est mousquetaire. Un pour tout et tout pour un on est comme de frères. Un pour tout et tout pour un il faudra s'y faire. Les autres ne sont pas loin quand on en voit un. Which, very roughly in English, is one for all and all for one when you're a musketeer, one for all and all for one, we're like brothers, one for all and all for one, we'll have to get used to it, the others aren't far away when you see one. Something, but I'm not sure what. Sort of like some incantation. Oh, well, let's move on. Let's put the points in the back. Well played if you got some points out of that one. My French is better than my German, it has to be said. Mind you, there's not much that's worse than my German. My German is very, very nostril. On we go. Another set of 4 questions. Here's 5 options for you. 4 of them are right. 2 points if you can find one. And your options are the Ghost of Dumas. Absolutely. Roll with it. Don't look back in anger. Wonderwall. Girls and Boys. Champagne Supernova. Name a song by the band Oasis. I've heard of them. Bake Ben to a French accent. I mean, surely this is a sea of green. Hey, there we go. I actually only know 2.5 of those. I'm not the biggest Oasis fan, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, anyway, here's Wonderwall. Quite right, not a cat. Yeah, today was going to be the day when they're going to give it back to you. That's Wonderwall. Don't look back in angers. And so Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as we're working on by. Champagne Supernova I know, but I probably couldn't hum and roll with it. I've never heard of. Girls and Boys is by Blur, the other Britpop band of the 90s. Sure, the song's are decades old, but given Oasis have just toured, I reckon most people could name one song. You were right, Bruce. Everyone, in fact, could name one song. Anyway, here's Blunderwall. Quite right. Very well done. Let's move on. Puzzle number 2, or question number 2, I should say. 5 options. 3 of them are correct. 3 points if you can find one. Options are Angola, Botswana, Zambia, Namibia, Eswatini. Name a country that borders South Africa. Oh, a couple of wipeouts. Any more for any more? I feel like I'm going into the nations of the world here by Yakko Warner. Burundi, Lesotho, Malawi, Togo, the Spanish Sahara is gone. Nigeria, Chad and Liberia, Egypt, Benin and Gabon, Tanzania, Somalia, Kenya and Mali, Sierra Leone and Algiers, Dahomey, Namibia, Senegal, Libya, Cameroon, Congo, Zaire, Ethiopia, Guinea-Bissau, Madagascar, Rwanda, Mahore and Cayman, Hong Kong, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Yugoslavia, Crete, Mauritania, then Transylvania, Monaco, Liechtenstein, Malta and Palestine, Fiji, Australia, Sudan, ba-ba-ba-bam. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, Angola, Zambia. Message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games.
Well done.
Thank you very much for the 100 bits, JR. I did that at a concert almost exactly a year ago. It's a great song. It's out of date now is the problem, but it is a great song. Eswatini is formerly Swaziland. Lesotho is an enclave, so not included on the answers. 2 wrong answers are further north. Hashtag make Ben sing. I mean, that's just all that's going on tonight. I'm just singing lots of stuff, which I'm fine with. I've got a little tickle going on. Anyway, yes, Botswana, Eswatini, and Namibia were the correct answers. Let's move on. Another one coming up. 5 options. 2 of them are correct. 5 points if you can find one of the correct answers. You do not have to play. And your options are Phantom Music Quiz Live. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. King Domino. Flip 7. Can't Stop. Arc Nova. Wingspan. Name one of the top 5 most played board games on Board Game Arena in July 2025. It's a shame that Lesotho got the cold shoulder. Poor Lesotho. Keynotes. And for the 3rd set in a row, that 3rd question... well done, Solomon Dudley. You managed to beat the timer somehow. Not quite sure how that happened, but... Because, yeah, it should lock you out. Should lock you out when the timer expires. Possibly you weren't focused on the device, which kills the coroutine. But either way, or possibly just some latency up in the cloud, as it were. Yeah. The 3rd question of the set has proven to be very difficult. This game. Let me take a look at my notes here. Arc Nova and Wingspan are the 2 of the correct answers up there. Number of plays, title, release date, top 5. Okay, so Arc Nova is number 1. 340,000 plays, I guess. Terraforming Mars from 2016, 191,000. Catan, 132,000. Wingspan, 130,000. And Azul, 98,000. In the wrong answers, Flip 7, only 18,000. Can't Stop, 16,000. And King Domino, just shy of 13,000. I'm not very up to date on modern board games, so all of this is slightly Greek to me. But very well done. If you did get some points out there, Arc Nova and Wingspan, the correct answers. Let's reorder the board. And to our risk question, if you want to play, you have to choose to risk based on only the options. If you choose to risk, you cannot abstain. If you don't risk, we'll put your points into the bank and they will be safe. Let's take a look at those options, and they are 1885, 2015, 1925, 1955, 1985. Bank or risk? So few may have a snifter of where this is going. We've got Pikachu, Riff, Fluffy, Jogging, Simpson, Ralph, Balls, Clayton and Sam all risking on this question. Probably a rug pull, but what the hey? Well, we'll see. We will see. You're right, Proogs. I still haven't, to my eternal shame. But let's see if these players have. Here's your question. Remember, you must play if you're risking. Name a year Doc Brown does not travel to in the Back to the Future film trilogy. Were you right? Was it a rug pull? Yeah, we've all got there. Very well played. If you've seen them, I know they probably... It wasn't a rug pull, yes. It probably maybe felt like it could have been, but it was not. 1925, Doc Brown does not travel back to. Hopefully, message from Proogs. This question for us a little more friendly than some can be. I know you, i.e. me, Royal Flush, haven't seen the Back to the Future trilogy, but a lot of people have. Yes, they have. They're all on iPlayer at the moment. That's good to know. Might go check that. I'm saying my girlfriend's been watching Die Hard with a Vengeance over the last sort of 3 weeks in 40-minute chunks while I've been finishing stream before we go to bed and watch the show we're watching at the moment, which I won't mention in case it happens to be a question later on. So you know there's a Die Hard 1 and a Die Hard 2. You're watching the 3rd one, but With a Vengeance is such a great film. But that's on iPlayer at the moment. So yes, 1985 is when the original one came out, and then the other 3 are years that they go to. That's all I know. I've never seen it, although I know it's Huey Lewis in the News. That's the soundtrack. That's the end of the puzzle, the end of the set, and the end of the round. So let's reorder the board and check out the scores. Tie at the top, Pikachu and Riff leading with 40 points. Fluffy's in second with 35. And Simpsons Angle in third with 29. Lots of points on the board. Conrad yet to score on 0. But still plenty of points up for grabs. It's all going very swimmingly. I'm having a wonderful time tonight. A really good fun birthday stream. I hope you all are as well. I think we should go on to round number 2. Round 2 is the board game. Select as many of the 9 presented options as you like within 60 seconds. At least 4 and up to 7 of the answers will be correct. For each correct answer identified, you'll get 5 risk points. However, if you give me even 1 wrong answer, you score nothing for the board. So it's a bit of a wipeout round. I'm not going to tell you exactly how many there are, because that would, where would be the fun in that? But there will be at least 4, and there will not be more than 7 correct answers. You don't have to give me 4, you can just give me 1 if you like, if you want one safe one. A couple of words of warning on the interface for this. Make sure you hit submit before the timer expires. The timer will expire after 60 seconds. There'll be a clock in the top right of your device. Make sure you hit submit before the time expires. It will not just automatically take your answers if you don't hit submit. But beware, once you've pressed submit, you cannot change your answer. So use up the time wisely, but do hit submit before the end. Okay, this is the board game. Let's take a look at our first question, and your options are Kilda, 1955, Versailles, Explorer, Havana, Nova, Thunderbird, Prefect, Verona. Identify the models of vehicles sold now or in the past under the Ford mark by the Ford Motor Company or its predecessors anywhere in the world. I'll let you digest that while I get another glass of Prosecco. Right, where are we? Sorry, there was very little Prosecco left. Right, where are we up to? 4 is the most I've seen so far. Clive Shadowmain and Puzzle Hexadan. All going for 4. Any more for any more? Okay, let's take a look, see how you did. Lots of green there. About half and half, in fact. Oh. Thank you. Sorry, we're opening bottle number 2, or possibly 3. Yeah, the wrong answers, the Kilda, the Havana, and the Nova. All of the others were correct. Bad luck. If you gave me one of those, you will have wiped out, but very well done to everyone who gave me some correct answers. Clayton and Puzzle Hexagons getting the most there, which is 4 out of a potential 6. So some more info. So Verona, not a reference to a Shakespeare play, sold in Brazil. 1989 to 2000, based on the Ford Orion. Thank you, darling. Prefect was a correct answer, but also a reference to Ford Prefect in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Joko only got a decade or 2 ago discovering the existence of a car. Yeah, sold in the UK 1938 1961. Versailles, vague French reference, sold in France 1954 to 1957. Explorer was also a browser, so again referencing back to earlier questions. Sold in the US 1994 to 2003. Thunderbird, also a browser and a car in the USA 1955 to 1997. And the 1955, somewhere they did travel to in the Back to the Future films, also a model of car 1955 to 1956. Kilda and Havana are just wrong. Nova, not Arc Nova, was a Vauxhall car. So there we go. Very well done. If you've got some points, let's pop them into the bank. Pikachu with the lead, 55. Fluffy in second, 45. Clayton and Riff and Tiggo tied up in third with 40. Another board? Why not? Here are your options. Oh, lovely. Harry S. Truman, John Adams, Ronald Reagan, Herbert Hoover, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Jimmy Carter, Richard Nixon, George H.W. Bush, and Gerald Ford. Identify the US presidents who died aged 90 or older. At least 4 right answers up there. Not more than 7. I like this round. It gives me an opportunity just to stop talking for a minute, rest my voice, and have a sip and a smoke. Okay, 4 is the most we've seen so far. Still 4, lots of 4s coming in. Remember, there's at least 4 answers, or 4 correct answers, I should say. Any more for any more? Last few seconds. Couple of 5s coming in at the last second, both of them correct. And there are your answers. Most players getting some points out of that, actually. Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and Richard Nixon, all incorrect. Truman was 88, and they died on Boxing Day 1972. Nixon was 81 when he died in 1994, and Eisenhower was 78 when he died in 1969. The others were all 90 or older. Jimmy Carter was 100, George H.W. Bush was 94, Gerald Ford was 93, as was Ronald Reagan, John Adams was 90, as was Herbert Hoover. And in between being president of the United States, he also invented the vacuum cleaner. Very talented individual. Very well done. If you got some points out of that, let's pop them into the bank. And we've got one more board for y'all. Oh, Pikachu extending their lead. 15 points clear of Clayton now. He's 10 points clear of Fluffy. Let's see if we can change anything to do with that as we go to the third board of the round. And your options are Norma Jean Mortensen, Ronald Walken, Krishna Pandit Banji, Virginia McMath, Karen Elaine Johnson, Reg Dwight, Maurice Micklewhite, Abel McCannon Tesfaye, and Eric Marlon Bishop. Identify the people who have won at least one Oscar. Muppet in a trash can. Alright, Joseph going for the most so far with 5. Last few seconds, let's have your answers. Sam going for 4, Pikachu going for 4. Let's see who was right. Most people, and most of the answers were right. Only 2 incorrect there. So Bruce has been very sneaky here because these are all actually quite well-known people, but by their real name. So just to go through them, the wrong answers, Norma Jean Mortensen, I think most people know as Marilyn Monroe. She's never won an Oscar. And Abel McCannon Tesfaye is The Weeknd, them of Blinding Lights fame. Nominated for Best Original Song in 2016, earned it, but didn't actually win it. The rest have all won at least one Oscar. I'll go through them in no particular order. Reg Dwight, of course, is Elton John. Best Original Song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight for The Lion King in 1994. Karen Elaine Johnson, that's Whoopi Goldberg, Best Supporting Actress for Ghost in 1991. Ronald Walken, that's Christopher Walken, Best Supporting Actor for The Deer Hunter in 1979. Maurice Micklewhite, I think a lot of people probably knew as Michael Caine, Best Supporting Actor twice, once for Hannah and Her Sisters in 1986, and again for The Cider House Rules in 1999. Virginia McMath, the one I didn't know here was Ginger Rogers, Best Actress in 1941 for Kitty Foyle. Eric Marlon Bishop is Jamie Foxx, who won Best Actor for Ray in 2005. Krishna Pandit Banji, did you know that one? That's Sir Ben Kingsley, who won the Best Actor Gong for Gandhi in 1982. Note from Prudes here, very tempted to include Michael Keaton, which is the stage name of A. Michael Douglas. But that could have been very unfair, possibly. But I really enjoyed that board. I enjoyed that a lot. Real names. Mike O'Kane, absolutely. Welcome on in, Abe Minky. Thank you for joining the birthday party here. Earned it, but didn't actually win it. Yeah, he did earn it, but unfortunately didn't win it. Well done. If you got some points out of that board, let's put them into the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 2. No, it was good. It was good. Good stuff there, Prudes. I enjoyed that a lot. Well, Pikachu's cracked triple figures going into round 3. They're on 100. Clayton's in second on 70. Fluffy's in third on 65. But there's 120 points up for grabs in round 3, so it could all still change, especially because you're going to be against the clock. Something awful. Let's play on round 3. Round 3 is this or that. Select the correct answer from the 2 options presented within 7 seconds. Get it right, and you earn increasingly more risk points. 1 for the first, 2 for the second, 3 for the third, then 4 and 5, and so on. Up to a maximum of 15 for question 15, which means there's a potential maximum of 120 points available. If you give me a wrong answer at any time, though, it reduces your risk streak back down to 0, and you have to start building up again from 1. The device should tell you how many points the next question is worth. If you abstain at any point, as in you don't give me an answer, it puts your currently accrued risk into the bank, so it's safe, but you have to start building up again from 1. So it's a bit like the weakest link, but you're playing with yourself, so to speak. 15 questions in the round, maximum of 120 points available. The very best of luck to you all. So, let's see how we do. Those 7 seconds do go by jolly quickly, so fingers on buzzers, gang. Yeah, I know. I said so to speak, Mr. Vertigo. I said so to speak. Fingers on buzzers. Let's take a look at question number 1. This or that options are: drone, microlight. Bagpipes usually consist of a chanter and at least one drone. Ugh. Appalling noise. Unbelievably appalling noise. There's nothing positive to say about the bagpipes. They don't even burn well. Well done, though, if you got that one right. Single point of risk if you did. Let's play on question number 2. This or that options are: it's played with Scarlet the Brave, The Secret of Monkey Island, Day of the Tentacle, Guybrush Threepwood stars in the computer game Secret of Monkey Island. Guybrush Threepwood stars in the computer game The Secret of Monkey Island. Technically, Guybrush features in the entire series of Monkey Island games, but The Secret of Monkey Island was the answer on the board. Well done if you got that. Clayton and Colin putting a point in the bank. Let's do that and move on to the next question. Question number 3. This or that options are: Saint-Saëns, Wagner. The composer of Danse Macabre is Camille Saint-Saëns is the answer. The theme for Jonathan Creek is based on this piece. It oscillates, the opening oscillates between a tritone and a perfect fifth. So E flat A and then A and D. Bam 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 bam. Great piece of music. I've played both a piano solo version and a duet version of it. It's an astonishing piece of Saint-Saëns is such a good composer. I don't say that like they're all good composers, but Saint-Saëns is really good. His musical output is just incredible. Conradalac, no, not Conradalac. Conradalac gave a wrong answer. Puzzle Dan and Matt banking there. Solomon JR, Lupine Joe, Petri Dog, and Dorbane all banking 1 or 3 points. Michael, your answer came in the nick of time. I'm not sure if it banked you or if you're still going. I think you're still going for now, so let's reset the question. You are indeed. You are still on. Yeah, still on 6. Yeah, pushing it a little bit with the time. That 7 seconds goes quickly, so you know, keep your eye on that clock, because some games, if it comes in after the clock, it will just bank you automatically. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Let's go on. Question number 4. This or that options are: the game of Ultimate, the game of Catch-'em. A frisbee-style disc is used in the game of Ultimate. Catch-'em is a text-only version of Pac-Man. Technically, Ultimate doesn't use a frisbee, just a flying disc. I'm assuming frisbee is a brand. Yes, the term frisbee is a registered trademark of the Whammo toy company. That's so depressing. Yeah, I played a bit of Ultimate Frisbee at university, as did everyone else on the planet who's been to university. Everyone gets into a bit of Ultimate Frisbee in their first semester at university. I did. I learned how to throw a frisbee forehand. Played for 1 semester and then never again, but I do like a frisbee. Very well done if you got that one right. Vertigo's banking 6 points. Jogging catch-up, very much so. On we go, question number 5. This or that options are: Tommy Trinder, Bruce Forsyth. The London Palladium substage holds the ashes of Bruce Forsyth. You go there and you can say, "It's nice to see ya, ashes." No, I don't know if that's in good taste or not. Apparently, the Ashes of Des O'Connor are also there. Tommy Trinder, I'd say I've not heard of. Maybe I'm just uncultured. Oh, Riff and Shapes losing 10 on that one. Bad luck. You're going to have to start again from scratch. Banks coming from Apodo, Solomon, Conradlak, Kola, Samster, Stimpson, Tigo, and Oni. Most of them banking 10 as well. Let's put the points in the bank after 5 questions and check out the scores. Pikachu's got the bank lead. Let's take a look at the potential lead for now. Fluffy with a potential of 80. Keep an eye on Inca and Toucan as well. 55 and 45 in the bank, but 15 points of risk if they keep that streak going. Remember, the more questions you answer in a row, the faster your risk accumulates. Let's go on for now to question number 6. This or that. Options are Trigger, Grandad. Only Fools and Horses character Colin Ball is also known as I was today years old when I learnt this. Trigger, played by the late Roger Lloyd Pack. All right, Dave. I love Only Fools and Horses. It's so good. Trigger was the answer, and apparently his real name is Colin Ball. Oh, hello, Yoniak. Welcome to the game and to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Lovely to see you. Some banks coming in there. Clement, Fluffy, and Curse Toucan banking 15. Clement banking 3, as did Petru the dog. Clive and Inca losing 15 on that one. That's a big wipeout. Bad luck. You're going to have to start building up again from scratch. Bad luck. Reorder the board. Pikachu still with that streak of 21 at the top and 100 in the bank. They are looking at a bit of a runaway, but it can all change. So let's go on to question number 7. This or that. Options are the pointy bit of the wedge, the aroma, the nose of cheese is I wonder where that question was going with those options. The nose of cheese is the pointy bit of the wedge. The aroma is something different. We don't refer to the aroma as the nose. We refer to the pointy bit of the wedge. And there we go. Every day's a school day. Jogging's just lost 21 points of risk. Bad luck there. There's some banks coming in. 6s coming in from Dorbane, Shadowmane, and JR. Colin banking 10 as well. So wine. Wine. You have the nose. The aroma is on the nose. Is in wine speak. Is the smell, but not in the world of cheese. But the little cafe down the way, it has cheese and wine nights apparently, which we encountered last night. We're going to make a point of going at some point. Moving on, question number 8, this or that. Options are 92, 96. Queen Elizabeth II died at the age of 96. Because I've got the notes open, because my notes here just say 44,812. I was saying, is that the days? And then I realised Google Sheets is stupid and it's actually translated a date for me. Yes, 8th of September 2022, age 96. Murdered by Liz Truss, of course, 2 days after she became Prime Minister. The last photo of Queen Elizabeth II alive is with Liz Truss. I mean, she was only 96. Got to ask these sorts of questions. That was her lizard age. That's her lizard age. Very good indeed. Yeah, she was 96. God rest the late Queen Elizabeth II. Flyboy losing 15 points there. Bad luck. Most players who attempted it getting it right. On we go. Taylor's just comes up as a quiz answer. She has done several times since. I mean, she's always going to be a great quiz answer. So, who was Prime Minister at the time of the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II? Yeah, it would be a good one in about 5 years' time. That would be a banging quiz question. On we go for now. Question number 9. This or that. Options are the Inner World film trailer voice, the voice of Tony the Tiger. Don LaFontaine is on my notes is just a Wikipedia link, which no, it's not. Ravenscroft. Thurl Ravenscroft did Tony the Tiger. Yes, there's also a Wikipedia link there. Thurl Ravenscroft was Tony the Tiger. I genuinely want to. Does everyone listen to Richard Osman and Marina Hyde's podcast? The rest is entertainment. I listen to it occasionally when I'm driving to or from Wales. They have the question and answers one on Thursday, which I like much more than the regular Tuesday one. Yes, rest is entertainment. I really want to, because I keep listening to this podcast and thinking, I know that person that they're referencing. I know that person. I thought Brig was on it the other day, which was a real... I know Brig. I know him quite well. And then, yeah, obviously they're referring to, like, you know, stuff Richard does in studio, and obviously we do, at work, we do House of Games and stuff. So they're asking questions, so I already know the answer to this. But what I really want to know is... when was the inner world, when was that first used in a film trailer? And has it been used recently? Or has it just become a meme? Because I can't remember it ever being used for something. Someone in the chat tell me, save me writing it into Richard Osman. But yeah, maybe there's a Wikipedia article on there is, Don LaFontaine. I'll go and look it up in a bit. But was it the Smurfs? I can't believe it was first done in the Smurfs. That meme's been around forever, and Smurfs was relatively recently. Anyway, I'm wittering on. Some banks coming in from Puzzle Dan, Conrad like Simpson adds CJ. Couple of wrong answers. Oh, Pikachu is running away. They're going to let Hubris be the better side of Valor here, possibly. 45 points of risk, but still going strong. 100 in the bank. A bank now would probably win them the game, but let's see if they can go all the way. On we go. Question number 10. This or that. Options are... well, I don't know, Clive. Red and white. Blue and white. The flag of the Eurovision 2025 winner is... Problem is, Clive, when things are moving so fast in the chat and I've got to host the game and click the buttons and read the notes and keep an eye on chat and be generally entertaining, sometimes I miss the context of the conversation and the jokes go over my head. Yeah. Like, when you say things like that, there's too many moving parts here. I've got too many screens to look at. Red and white, it was, of course, Austria by JJ with Wasted Love. Even I knew that one, and I think everyone knows my opinion on the Eurovision Song Contest. Banks coming in from Clement, Kirstuken, and Naked Grandma. Let's pop them in there. After 10 questions, let's check out the potential. I mean, there's not masses of difference. Inca's starting to gather a little bit of pace with 6 at risk and 55 in the bank, but Fluffy's got 80 in the bank and 6 at risk, and Pikachu is the one flying out in front. I think if Pikachu banks at any point, they're going to win, but I think they're going to want to go all the way. Can they make it to 120 and bank out 220 points this game? That must be close to a record. Don't know if we've seen 200 being broken many times, but let's see. 5 questions to go. Let's go on to question number 11. This or that. Options are... a wind instrument, a string instrument. The serpent is... Pikachu got there. It's a wind instrument, a distant ancestor of the tuba. My mad physics teacher used to play the serpent. There's a message from Prudes there. I have to say, as a connoisseur of all things musical, I did not have a clue on that. I mean, serpent, you often associate serpent with the devil, and you associate the devil with strings and violins, so I might have gone for strings if I were guessing, but yeah, not a Scooby-Doo on that one. Apodo banking 3, Matt banking 6, Colin banking 1, Fluffy banking 6. Let's pop them into the bank. And move on to question number 12. This or that. Options are... Jansky, Curie. Scientific unit named after a Polish person is a... Pikachu's had enough. 66 and out, he says. I can't blame him. I mean, you're over halfway to the maximum. But tremendous effort. I think that is going to seal your gold medal there, Michael. Very well played. Curie is the answer. Yes, as in Marie Curie. Jansky was American of Czech parents, unit of spectral flux density. Curie was born in Warsaw, hence was Polish. Became naturalized French in 1895. And Curie is a measure of radioactivity. Big bank coming in there from Michael, 66. Solomon and Conrad banking 3. Pyro banking 1. And Inca losing another 10. Bad luck there. Let's put the points in the bank. With just 3 questions to go, it looks like it's going to be a race to silver. Fluffy looks like they're a shoo-in for it at the moment. Let's just take a look at the potential order. Not much change in those top 4 scores. Balls and shapes, maybe keep an eye on them. Still with 3 questions to go, they could potentially get up to 36 points, which would take them up to 86, which would tie them with Fluffy's current bank. So if Fluffy and Clayton and Sam have a disaster, there's a potential for balls and shapes to tie for the silver medal. But let's see what happens as we go to question number 13. This or that. Options are... Rare postage stamp. Rare coin. The inverted Jenny is a... It's a rare postage stamp, and well done, Solomon Dudley, getting it after the answer had been printed. Again, not quite sure how that's happening. Sheet of the 1918 stamps were printed with the central plane on the stamp printed upside down. On the 11th of November 2023, another inverted Jenny stamp was auctioned by Robert A. Siegel Auction Galleries for a new record hammer price of, wait for it, $1.7 million, with an 18% buyer's premium raising the total cost to $2,006,000. Crazy money for stamps. Mind you, Amazon's like 84p for a second-class stamp just in the post office these days. So, I mean, all stamps are going up in price, I guess. Rare postage stamp was the answer. Puzzle Dan and CJ banking 3. Shadow Fluffy and Tigo banking the 1. Let's pop them in the bank. With just 2 questions to go, let's take a look at question number 14. This or that? Options are Cliff Richard, Peter Capaldi. The 1986 West End musical Time originally starred Cliff Richard. Balls indeed, and Shapes and Balls both losing 21 on that one. And look at this, Balls and Flyboy and Shapes with 21 at risk and 50 in the bank, and Shapes and Balls both losing their risk, but Flyboy getting the right answer. Quite a few banks coming in. Cola banking 21 on that one, Lupine banking 15, Silver Electron banking 6, Vertigo and Kurstuken and Apoda banking 3, and Michael banking just the 1. Time, a heavily amplified multimedia event, relied heavily on special effects, including a huge projected floating head named Akash. Billed by the show's producers as a hologram that served as a narrator throughout the show. I might sneeze. There we go. The interior of the Dominion Theatre I've been to twice, once for Starlight Express and one for We Will Rock You, end side note, in London, where the show first ran, was gutted and reconstructed to accommodate the massive steel set with hydraulic lift designed by John Napier. Capaldi starred in the first UK tour of Blood Brothers in 1984. Thank you, Kurstuken. I've seen Blood Brothers. I saw it on tour in Eastbourne. That's when I was teaching GCSE drama way back when. Cliff Richard was the right answer. Very well played if you got that. Let's put the points in the bank and watch the board rotate a lot. Again, there's a lot of change on the board. Pikachu's is worth 167. There's a billion miles in front of everyone else. Fluffy currently is second with 87. Clayton in third with 71. Sam could potentially get a bronze here. I mean, let's look at Stimpson's angle. I mean, they could maybe get 21 points here, so which would take them up to 79, which would put them in bronze position. Flyboy could get up to 78, so there's still a bit riding on this, but it looks like Fluffy's likely to get the silver, but I don't think it's quite guaranteed yet. But it might be wrong. Might be guaranteed. And, let's take a look at the final question, question number 15. This or that. Options are... Oh, I like this question. Picture. Portrait. Complete the title of an Oscar Wilde novel, The Blank of Dorian Gray. Tipster! After Don LaFontaine died, Red kind of took over as that trailer guy, the earliest concurrence I could find in a world with Mad Max 2 in 1981. Thank you for doing the research for me, Tipster, and welcome to the stream. I hope you're keeping well, my dude, my penguin dude. And stick around for the pyramid. I want you to check it out, because I know you remember the pyramid from the old days. It'll be interesting to get your opinion on the new one. Welcome. Nice to have you here. It's the picture of Dorian Gray. I have a copy of it on my shelf. Do I want to see if I can go and find it? I'll find it during the break. I'll find it during the ads. But yeah, Portrait of Dorian Gray is a complete error. I don't know if there was a play or a film that was made called The Portrait of Dorian Gray. Pennies for research. Yeah, he's off the clock. He's not in the game. He's allowed to Google. Yeah, if you're playing the game, you know Googling. If you're not playing the game, Google away. I think there might have been a film called The Portrait of Dorian Gray, but the book, the novel by Oscar Wilde, was called The Picture of Dorian Gray. I'm going to go dig it out. Flyboy losing 21 on the last question. Simpson losing 15. Colin banking 6 and Solomon banking 3. Well, let's put all those points into the bank and check out the scores at the end of the game. It's Sam taking his second medal of the night. It's a bronze with 76 points. It's Fluffy who claims the silver with 88, but with an absurd and frankly insane 167 points. The gold medal goes to Pikachu tonight. Congratulations, GG indeed. And of course, all of your points will convert into pennies. Everyone who played along, I hope you had fun. Oh, Proofs! I really enjoyed that question pack. I really enjoyed it. There's some really, really good stuff in there. I appreciate your thorough notes as well. There's a lot of thorough notes. I think to check your DMs. When there's so many, I've got a box like that to fit the notes in. So when the notes are like that, they don't go in. Also, but yeah. But I really appreciate the research done into them, and you know how much I love chatting. So thank you very much, Proogs, for your efforts. A really, really lovely pack there, and thank you for bringing it on my birthday as well. Yes, you could have got 0 points in that round. It was very possible. That's how that round works. The hubris becomes a thing. Now, when we return, because we're going to have a little break and then we're going on to slightly later time. I appreciate it's already 20 past 10 if you're in the UK. But we have got the official relaunch of the reskin version of the Pyramid. Brand new question pack from me. And the game, as far as I can tell, is fully finished. So looking forward to hearing your feedback. I've implemented the feedback that came in from the trial run last Saturday. A lot of that was very, very valuable. So thank you very much for taking the effort to play, test, add feedback to me. It's all gone into the build, and it should now be a completed build. It's running out of the operator in a built version. Yeah, I can't debug stuff. It's just gonna have to hope that it all works. So fingers crossed. But a brand new question pack. I'm very grateful to Tutu has proofed it for me as well at the 11th hour, because I didn't finish it until about 6:30 this evening, because I was making changes to the software until about 5:15. So yeah, that's the way it goes. Well, I fly by the seat of my pants. So as a result, it's probably not the most inspirational question pack in the world, but it should be good fun and functional. It's nice to write questions for my birthday. So that's coming up in the next 5 minutes. If you're not subscribed, you'll see some adverts. If you are, I'll play some more funky birthday happy style music for you. But do stick around, because the Pyramid, the relaunched edition of the Pyramid, is coming up in about 5 minutes time. Congratulations again to our medalists, Pikachu, Fluffy Bunny and Samster. Thank you very much once again to Proogs for writing and to Lewis for proofing. When we return, the relaunch of the Pyramid will be upon us. I do hope you'll stick around this birthday stream and join me for it. Thank you all for playing. I hope you've had fun with Risky Business, and I will see you in a few minutes' time.
Shoo-bitty wop-bee, oo-bitty wop-bee, oo. Wop-shoo-wong, wop-shoo-wop, 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 shoo-bitty wop-bee, oo-bitty wop-bee, oo. Wop-shoo-wong, wop-shoo-wop, wop-shoo-wong, wop-shoo-wop, wop-shoo-wong, wop-shoo-wop, wop-shoo-wong, wop-shoo-wop, wop-shoo-wong, wop-shoo-wop, wop-shoo-wong, wop-shoo-wop, wop-shoo-wong, wop-shoo-wong, shoo-bitty wop-bee, oo-bitty wop-bee, oo. Ba-doo now.
I didn't queue up a track. Shit. Let's find a fun track. What's a good track? Oh, this is a good track. It's not particularly birthday-ish, but it's really fun. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to put some pennies, bonus pennies, and we're going to go some adverts if you're not subscribed, or a really cool track if you are subscribed to celebrate my birthday. And when we return, it is the relaunch of the Pyramid. You don't want to miss it. Brand new question pack by me, proof by two, and I really hope you're going to stick around for it. This birthday stream. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Together upon the blackest winds forever. Over were the soldiers of the wasteland, kept holding on till we saw the dawn of a new world. Never before had we felt such a cold black winds at night. Breathe through the fire of the flames. We just want to be like sun on our lay. They're the heroes of our time. Body breakdown is a fucking awesome song. But there is something you got wrong. Stop saying we sound the Dragon Force, okay? They used to be my favorite band. All my life I dreamed that I could write a song as catchy too. So sad with things that I was cool. Stop saying we sound the Dragon Force, okay? They used to be my favorite band. All my life I dreamed that I could write a song that's catchy too. So sad with things that I was cool. Keep saying we sound the Dragon Force, okay? They'll always be my favorite band. I just want to write the songs that make the people sing along and prove that all you cats are wrong.
It's Fraser Edwards and Stop Saying We Sound Like Dragon Force. What a banger that is. Right, maybe some more music later on, maybe something different at the end, but for now it is time for the third part of this evening's birthday special as we come to the relaunch, the long-awaited relaunch of the reskinned The Pyramid. There are far too many thes in that sentence. I hope you're all ready. Universal Controller is what you need right there if you don't have it already. Question packed by me and proofed by Toot. Ooh, first playthrough is always a little bit scary. No, there's not still a... Oh, did you miss the preview last week, Proogs? No, gritty, realistic reboot of The Pyramid. There are definitely no TARDISes in this. Have fun, everybody. Here is The Pyramid. Welcome to The Pyramid. VQMG is the code you need if you want to come and play. So I have implemented all of the feedback that came in, or all the feedback that I felt should be implemented. Yeah, hopefully it makes for a smoother experience. I have to say the feedback was broadly to do with graphical stuff. It wasn't anything to do with format stuff, not really. There was one format thing and a couple of bits where I needed to clarify the rules. It shouldn't do really, JR. I mean, as ever, if people want to leave feedback, head to the Discord and stick it in the suggestions section of the Discord. If you're happy to collate anything that comes in, JR, but I don't think there'll be that much. I mean, people who weren't here last time may have opinions that we've already discussed and have been dismissed, but yeah, come join the game. One thing I will say, if you didn't play last time, your straps are fixed. So wherever your strap is now, that is where it is going to stay for the duration of the game. It doesn't move up and down or slide up and down, because it's not the sort of game where it's you can see who is the leader at any given time. It's well, you can see who's qualified, but your points are private and for your eyes only. There's some information that's shared on a very specific strategic basis. Your straps are fixed, yes they are. So come join the game. No, I would never get rid of the steeplechase birds. Love my steeplechase birds. I have lowered the backing track slightly, so the balance is hopefully a little better. VQMG is the code. As I said, this question pack has been written by me. It's been proofed by Toot. As I'm sort of experimenting with because the question pack the difficulty used to increase as it went on, and my feeling is that that's not necessarily the best thing for this format. So the difficulty is a little bit random. So there's some easier ones, some harder ones, but they're a bit all over the place. They're not. It doesn't rake in difficulty necessarily. So what second device message? Oh yeah, have you joined on 2 devices, Natter? If you join on 2 devices, it disables the first one you join on. So hello, tipster. Welcome to the stream. Well, what is this full of sausage questions? Yeah. No, I'm hoping it's going to be somewhat accessible. That's a word I haven't said for a while. It'd be nice to have a full lobby. Let's see if we can get that. That'd be great. Yeah, but if you join on 2 devices, Natter, it will kill you the first one you join on. So you can only join on the most recent device. Oh, one thought it was all of those. Okay. Well, if you're all good, if you're happy, I'm happy. Okay. 10 more seconds, 15 seconds, something like that, and then we'll get going. It's a bit of calm now after all the intensity of or the madness of data leak and risky business. This is a bit of zen at the end of stuff. I'm hoping you think I've straightened out the torches enough, so I know one of them was really misaligned. I don't want them perfectly aligned. That's sort of a deliberate choice. Yeah, it is very zen. Should I do my Ozymandias recitation again? Maybe later. Right. There is anytime entry in this game, so if at any time you want to join, yes, please, Sir. Maybe at the end of the game, for anyone who wants to stay late, I'll do a full one without being interrupted. Haiku. I really want to get a bot in the Discord that detects when people accidentally type haiku. That would be amazing. I can provide you that if you ask me in discussion, Vertigo, not in suggestions, because if it's in suggestions, I'll think it's a feature. But leave me a message in discussion, and I'll link you up. Right, let's lock the lobby and begin this game. VQMG. Brillig and the Slithy Toes did Gaia and Gimbal in the Wabe. Oh, that's very nice. Very nice proofs. Okay, here's how to play. Earn a place on the pyramid by answering a question correctly in the fastest time. Only players in the light can earn a place. For the avoidance of doubt, you are all in the light. The light is signified by that orangey colour on your straps. It'll go grayscale like the box at the end of your strap if you are not in the light. For now, you are all in the light. Answer a question incorrectly and you are sent into the shadows. Return to the light by answering a question correctly. Players on the pyramid can still lose their place if they answer incorrectly. There is no penalty for abstention. However, players with more correct answers are given an advantage in the final. So you can get on the pyramid on the first question and then go for a walk for 10 minutes. But you're You're incentivized to answer as many questions as you can because it will help you in the next round. But of course, if you get one wrong, you lose your place on the pyramid and you've got to fight to get it back. Any vacant space on the pyramid will be filled by another player, with priority being given to those in the light. This is a change from last time. Before anybody could get, now priority will be given to those who are in the light, who have answered the most questions correctly in the fastest time. Players who have just lost a space on the pyramid are ineligible to return immediately. So if you're on the pyramid and you get one wrong, you can't get straight back. You have to go through the motions, as it were. After 10 questions, the players on the pyramid will progress to the final. So the key things to remember here: if you don't know, think twice before having a guess, because being in the shadows is not a good thing. If you're already on the pyramid, really don't guess unless you are absolutely sure, would be my advice. If you are in the shadows, you might as well attempt, because you've got nothing to lose. Okay? That's how to play. So, 10 spaces on the pyramid. There's about 36 of you, I think, in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 34 of you in the game. 10 spaces available. Let's go to our first question. Question number 1 of 10. Take a look at this. It's my birthday on Tuesday, the 26th of August. Which celebrity who portrayed Kevin McAllister in the Home Alone franchise do I share it with? Let's show who played. "26 players attempting that question. 26 players looking for this one tile. I can tell you the correct answer is... That's pretty close. I haven't been able to test this strap reveal until it's under load, and that looks pretty close. So yeah, GPU, CPU contestation. The answer was Macaulay Culkin, who was born in 1980 and had a recent resurgence to fame after starring in American Horror Story in 2021. Let's take a look at who was right and who was wrong. Couple of wrong answers up there. 4 incorrect answers. A couple of them I think I can condone. Yeah, that's phonetically plausible, I think. That's phonetically plausible. That's the name of the character, Shadowmane. I can't have that. Culkin... You've sort of merged the two together there, Puzzled. I'll let you have that. I will let you have that, because you've sort of merged Macaulay and Culkin. Devadovich, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day as well. Lovely to see you here. So we'll condone that. So Shadowmane, unfortunately, that is a wrong answer. I have to send you to the shadows. You won't be able to qualify on the next question, but you are still in live play. Let's take a look then. There's 25 of you up here. Let's see who was fastest and put you on the pyramid. Podo Nuevo in 5.53 seconds. That is your first pyramid appearance, of course, because it's the first question. 1 correct answer and 5.53 seconds. That was the fastest time. Very well played. You're on the pyramid. Try and stay there. Yes, there's a little stat strap at the bottom. I'm going to check these straps to see if they look like they should. It's not perfect, but it's not far off. There's a little bit of overlap on the end cap on the right, but I don't mind that. So, Apodo's in green because he's on the pyramid. Shadowmane, you're in the shadows. You can still answer. You need to get back to the light, but you can't qualify on this one. Everyone else, you can qualify on this next question. You're looking for tile number 2. Take a look at this. Sharing its name with the colour of its primary mascot, what coloured subtitle was given to the enhanced edition of the first generation of Pokemon games, the counterpart to Pokemon Red and Blue versions? That is time up. Let's see who played. Podo having a go at this despite being on the pyramid. 22 players attempting in total. The correct answer was... Yellow. Pokemon Yellow version. The special Pikachu edition more closely followed the narrative of the anime. And if you gave me yellow or yellow version, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Everyone other than Conrad giving me a right answer. Conrad going for Emerald. Unfortunately, that's not right, and you have to go to the shadows. Shadowmane, though, you were correct and in the shadow, so let's bring you back to the light. But you can't qualify on this one, so we hide your strap for now. But next question, let's see if we can get you on the pyramid. For now, we need to put one of these players on the pyramid. Let's see who was fastest. It was Jerry Ellis in 4.53 seconds. Very well done, Jerry. You've got 2 correct. Total response time of 15.17 seconds. 4.53 of them on that question. I show you these stats because they might be useful to you later on if you can be keeping a mental tally of them, maybe, or just sort of a general idea. No drama for Apodo, who keeps his place on the pyramid. Let's go on. Yeah, I like that strap as well. Question number 3 for the third space on the pyramid. Take a look at this. The Birth of Venus, circa 1480s, was painted by which Italian Renaissance artist? Light you up if you played. A few more abstentions happening there. 15 players attempting in total. The correct answer was Sandro Botticelli. It depicts the goddess Venus arriving at the shore after her birth, when she had emerged from the sea fully grown, called Venus Anadyomene, and often depicted in art. Painting is in the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, Italy. And if you gave me Sandro Botticelli, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Few wrong answers in there. A couple of them I can condone. Michelangelo, unfortunately, is not one of them. Michelangelo is also not one of them. Milo is not one of them. Raffaelli is not one of them. Botticelli, that is phonetically plausible only. I can have that. And Rembrandt is not the right answer. Unfortunately, if you gave me a wrong answer there, 9 correct, 6 incorrect with 1 condone. That's 5 players that I need to send into the shadows. So everyone who attempted was already in the light, so I don't need to bring anyone back. So all I need to do is reveal who was fastest and give them the 3rd tile on the pyramid. It was Clive of Legend in 2.68 seconds. Clive has gotten all 3 correct so far and has spent 17.15 seconds answering questions in total. Under 3 seconds for the Botticelli question though, Clive, and you get that 3rd tile on the pyramid. Try and keep hold of it. Well played. So those of you who are orange are in the light and eligible to qualify on this next question if you get it right. If you are in the dark, you still need to answer because you need to get back to the light in order to qualify. Let's load up question number 4. Which New Zealand actor is best known for his roles as Lucas Hood in Banshee, Homelander in The Boys, and Garrett Hawthorne in American Gothic? Light you up if you played. Not many, just 2. Clayton and Sam attempting that question. 2 did say this is a more difficult one. This is what I pointed out to him. Yeah, it's not a raked pack, so it's fine. So a difficult one at question number 4. Interesting. Just 2 people attempting Clayton and Sam. Both of them answering pretty quickly, I have to say. Correct answer was Anthony Starr is the answer. Anthony Starr. And Banshee is really, really good. That's the show we're watching at the moment. We just started, we're about halfway through season 2. So, yeah, would recommend it. Good show. Yeah, really, really enjoying it. Let's see who was right. Green if you were, red if you weren't. One of each. Sam going for Urban, Carl Urban, who is in The Boys, but doesn't play Homelander. Unfortunately, Sam, I've got to put you into the shadows. Which means I've got to reveal who was fastest and populate the pyramid. Clayton, I think you know where this is going, don't you? It was Clayton. 6.24 seconds. They've just got the 2 correct, but that's all you need. Just 1 correct answer is enough for the pyramid. Total answer time of 12.79 seconds, so that's a pretty consistent time of answer pattern. 2 correct out of 4, taking about 6.5 seconds for each of them. And it's enough for a space on the pyramid. Try and keep hold of it, Clayton. You are there on the pyramid. Well played. If nobody is right, silent. It's not an edge case. If nobody is right, it just repopulates as normal. In the same way that if one of the 4 players loses the tile, if no one gets it, then it just goes through it and counts it on the repopulation. Simple. It's not really an edge case, but yeah, it's in the same way. If all 4 of these players lose their tile now, it will count back, and if no one gets the 5th one right, then it'll count back and the 5th one. So, yeah. Effectively, does someone win this tile? If so, great. If not, go back through all of them. If any of them are empty, fill it by the countback rules. Let's go on. Question number 5. The 9th month of the Islamic calendar, Ramadan, begins, I should say, in which month of the Gregorian calendar in 2026? Begins, future tense. Apologies for the typo in that question. I was going to say began in 2025, but I changed it to begins in 2026. Let me check some stuff real quick. As it happens, the answer is the same for both 2025 and 2026, so I'm less worried now. Let's first of all, let's take a look at who played. Not many, just 10 players having a go, and of those, 7 of them are in the dark. The correct answer, February, observed by Muslims worldwide as a month of fasting, communal prayer, reflection and community, begins on the evening of the 17th of February 2026. 2025, because I had began past tense, you might have been thinking, what was it this year, was also February, Friday the 28th of February 2025. So it's the same for 25 and 26, so I don't feel the need to condone anything that might have been incorrect. Let's see who was correct and who was not. Oh, a lot of red up there. 2 correct, 8 incorrect. Most of the incorrect, though, coming from the dark. Worth thinking, if you are in the dark, you might as well have a go at the question. If you're in the dark, there's nothing to lose. So players in the dark, always remember it's worth having a go. Yeah, that's a lot of wrong answers there. 8 incorrect, including Flyboy and Oosh, who are currently in the light. I'm afraid I've got to send you to the shadows. Sam, you're currently in the dark, but you got that one right. Come back to the light. But you can't qualify on this question again for the second time. There's only one player. Let's put him on the pyramid. It's Magikarp, who answered in 11.94 seconds. It's got 3 right out of 5. It's taken 27.5 seconds on average. So slightly slower than their average time, because it only logs your time if you give a correct answer. So slightly slower than the average time there, but Magikarp, you are onto the pyramid. We're halfway there. 5 are taken, 5 are available. Let's go to the next question. Due for release this week, what is the name of the satirical black comedy starring Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch, a remake of the 1989 Michael Douglas film? That's not the question I was expecting. I think my proofer has made some edits and I've not reread it, because that's slightly differently phrased from what I originally said. Number Wang 2, Number Wang harder. Let's have a look and see who played. Again, a lot of abstentions here. Just 3 players attempting this question. The correct answer was the Roses. It's on at least 2 bus stops within about 100 meters of here. And I've seen it. I saw it as a trailer the last time I went to the cinema, so it's sort of present in my mind. The Roses, directed by Jay Roach from a screenplay by Tony McNamara. It's based on the 1981 novel The War of the Roses by Warren Adler, and a remake of the Michael Douglas 1989 film of the same name. Looks really good. It's all got Shooty Gatwa in it, which I will always sign up for. So yeah, looking forward to seeing that one. The Roses is the answer. Let's see who was right. Just the one. Just Sam. And JR and Matt, you're already in the shadows, so that's where you're going to stay. Sam, it's your turn, I think. 4.24 seconds to get to that answer. 5 correct out of 6. In a total time of 35.7 seconds. So a bit faster than your average there, your average being about 7 seconds. And Jack Wilfred, hello. Late for a game, but drop in and say hello. Please don't call me Benjamin, but hello and welcome to the stream. Lovely to see you, and thank you for joining this birthday stream. Good to have you here, my dude. Hope you keep it well. Right. 6 spaces are taken, 4 are available. Those in the light have advantage. Those in the dark, you need to get back to the light in order to qualify. Let's take a look at the next question. Question number 7. Often depicted with the head of a falcon, who was the ancient Egyptian deity of the sun? Right, you're played. Back to higher numbers. 24 players having a go at this one. The correct answer was Ra. Ra, the god of the sun, order, kings, and the sky. According to my proof of toot, we also discovered that Horus also fitted this description, so we would have accepted that as an answer. But Ra was what everyone who attempted it actually... Oh no, I tell a lie. A couple of people did say Horus, and it was condoned. Let's see who was correct. I've just given it away a little bit. Everyone who attempted it getting it right, give me Ra or Horus. Very well played. There's... Correct. No one was wrong, so I don't need to send anyone to the shadows. Those who were in the shadows, come back to the light. And we'll see you on the next question. Right, out of all these players, let's see who was fastest and taking that 7th slot on the pyramid. It's Vertigo in 3.2 seconds, not exploiting a bug this time, but genuinely the fastest of the players who attempted 3.2 seconds. I was about to say, hang on, I'm sure there was a faster player than you, but I'm just looking at what, is there a bug? Another bug around Vertigo, but actually there was a player who was faster than you, but they are already on the pyramid. I'm not going to tell you who, but I'm just saying that out loud for my own reassurance more than anything. But yes, Vertigo in... hello, Jack Wilfred, big dog, welcome to the game. Vertigo with a total of 3 correct answers, got that one in 3.2 seconds, and has spent 17.83 seconds answering questions altogether. It's their first pyramid appearance. No one who's got onto the pyramid has lost that slot yet. We've got 3 more slots available. Those in the light have got advantage. Let's take a look at the next question. The tragedy Medea is perhaps the best known work of which ancient Greek playwright? From ancient Egypt to ancient Greece. Light you up if you played. Just 7. Maybe I need to rethink my difficulty pitch for these questions. They might be a little bit hard. I think I need to make them a bit easier. Note to question writers, I think they should be a little bit easier. Maybe. Something to think about for future. I'm thinking these are maybe playing a bit hard. But please don't get on my case about it. I'm more focusing on the software at the moment. 7 people played. The correct answer was Euripides. Its plot centres on the actions of Medea, former princess of the kingdom of Colchis and the wife of Jason. She finds her position in the world threatened as Jason leaves her for a princess of Corinth and takes vengeance on him by murdering his new wife and her own 2 sons before escaping to Athens to start a new life. Barrel of laughs. Laugh a minute, that play. Good old Euripides. Let's see who was right and who was wrong. 3 of them were correct, 4 of them were incorrect. Let's just go through Homer, Aristotle, and Sophocles. All of those are incorrect. I'm afraid I have to send you to the shadows. Euripides nuts. So, 3 players have gotten that right, but they're already on the pyramid, which means we need to repopulate this tile. So, let's bring you all back. So here's how it works at this point. No one has lost a tile on that last question, so there's no red dot. It will go in priority order, starting with those who are in the light. Those in the light get priority, and of those in the light, it will go to the player with the most correct answers, and then if there is a tie, it will break it on the least amount of time spent. Yeah, so what used to be, let's repopulate the vacancies. Now on my cue bar it says, let's repopulate the pyramid. It's Topper, Topsicle. Oh, you only get a short stat strap for that one because it was on a repopulation one and it might be doing more than one, so it has to show it for a shorter amount of time. But in case you missed that, Topper has gotten 4 correct answers out of 7 in a total time of 24.12 seconds. It is his first time on the pyramid, and if you're looking at those stats and thinking, oh, I think I've got more than that, maybe it means you are in the shadows, which means you couldn't claim that tile. Topper of the players in the light was the highest scorer with 4 correct answers in 24.12 seconds. That's how this game works. Well done, Topper. You are onto the pyramid, and there are 2 spots left. Let's go to question number 9. Who was the first of the 14 people appointed to the office of UK Prime Minister by Queen Elizabeth II? Let's see who played. Here's your Liz Truss trivia. 8 players giving that one a go, and the correct answer was Anthony Eden, generally considered to be among the least successful of British Prime Ministers in the 20th century, although 2 broadly sympathetic biographies have gone some way to shifting the balance of opinion. Let's take a look at the wrong answers and the right answers. Who was right? Now, for those who said, for example, Proogs, Churchill and Kohler, Churchill was in power when Elizabeth ascended the throne, but she didn't appoint him. So she did rule under 15 prime ministers, but she didn't appoint Churchill. Churchill later resigned and Anthony Eden came to power, and he was her first appointment. Very well done if you got that one right, but if you got it wrong, I'm afraid I've got to send you to the shadows. Fluffy or Big Dog Jack? Who's getting that 9th spot on the pyramid? Let's find out. It's Jack who got that question right in 7.81 seconds. It's his only correct answer of the game, but that's all it takes to get on the pyramid. Jack, you're going to want to try and increase that correct count for the final, but for now it's good for a spot on the pyramid, and it's encouraging to see you've still got a little bit of that politics knowledge. Recently, what's the first thing was The Crown? She had exactly 50 prime ministers. Yeah, I've been The Crown has been cropping up a lot on YouTube clips recently. I think it's on the to watch list as probably the next show after Banshee and the Boys. It's going to be The Crown, I think. Bad luck on that one, Fluffy Bunny. Just missing out. I won't say your time, but you know your time for that question. I won't share that stat because that's half the fun of the game. One more question. Those of you who are on the pyramid, you want to think twice before answering this one, because if you lose it, you won't have another chance to get on. Those of you who are in the dark, unfortunately, your game is now over. Of course, you can keep answering all the questions for pennies, but you will not now be able to get onto the pyramid before the final. Those in the light, this is your last opportunity to get on the pyramid. So my advice to those in the light is that this question is worth a punt, whether you know it or not. Because if you don't get on this question, you're going to be out of the game. Again, you can still answer for pennies, but you'll be out of the main game. Those in the dark, as ever, it's always worth a punt. Those on the pyramid, well, I'll leave that decision to you. If you're absolutely sure, give it a go. If you're not, I would err on the side of caution. Let's see what question 10 brings. They can get back if there's a repopulation. Yes, and they get the question right, which is why if they're in the dark, they should probably answer anyway. But those in the light, that's the thought. Yeah, those in the light, if there's a repopulation, you could claim a repopulation, but you probably won't claim it if you go into the dark. So, you know, it's up to you. Use your best game theory. Here's the question. I'm going to do a countdown because I've waffled a bit and people with latency won't do it. So I'm going to start the countdown from 5 and I will press it on 0, which means you might have the question at any point in this countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Taking place from 1942 to 1944, which 1961 novel follows the life of anti-hero Captain John Yossarian? Let's see who played. "17 players having a go. Quite a decent number of players in the light. The correct answer was Catch 22, which is what some of the players in the light were on that question a little bit. Written by Joseph Heller, it uses a distinctive non-chronological third-person omniscient narration, describing events from the points of view of different characters. Separate storylines are out of sequence, so the timeline develops along with the plot. Catch 22 with or without the hyphen. Clive, spell checker is on your side for that one. It's a loud hit. Let's see who was right. Was enough to... That's how the game works, Jack. That was kind of the point of the game. Somewhat the point of the game. 8 correct, 9 incorrect. Let's take a look at some of these wrong answers. Fahrenheit 451, Narcissi, Cheese, Sputnik, Punt, Red October, No, Hunt for Red October, and Johnny Got His Gun. All of those are incorrect. I'm afraid you're off to the shadows. A couple of players in the shadows getting it right. Cola and Flyboy. Catch 22. You get to come back to the light. But you're only going to get it if there's a repopulation. It doesn't look like there's going to be. So it's Shapes or Matt for the 10th slot on the pyramid. Let's take a look. It was Shapes in 3.93 seconds. 3 correct answers out of 10, taking a total of 14.32 seconds overall. Very well done, Shapes. You are our 10th player on the pyramid. And so, after all that, there's a multitude of colours, but we have got just 10 players left. In no particular order, our finalists: Jerry, Vertigo, Clive, Clayton, Shapes, Apodo, Samster, Topper, Michael, and Jack. You know only the information that has been revealed on the stats screen that I have read out, so you don't know how your other players are doing in terms of how many they've got right, unless you've been keeping track of them with a mental note. There is deliberately no public scoring system. You know your own time, you know your own correct count, and now is the time to let that, well, reach its potential, because it's time for the final. Players on the pyramid will now face another 9 questions. JR, can you make a note? The operator says we'll now face another ### questions. Basically, I need to do the replace function when sending the payload. Bad luck all apart from me, says Sam. Yeah, ## in instructions on operator, JR. Thank you. After each question, if at least one player answered incorrectly, correct players are safe. The player with the lowest score so far, who is not safe, will be eliminated. Stats boy, no you. What we mean by the lowest score, that is the player with the fewest number of questions answered in the highest time. So the more questions you've answered in total and the less time you've spent answering them, the higher up you'll be. But it will always prioritise those who got the immediate question correct, and it will populate them on the pyramid first and everyone else underneath. The last player who remains on the pyramid is declared the winner. Thank you, JL. As with last time, when you populate on the pyramid, it will not be in the order of the questions, in the order of score. It will be randomised within ranks. It will populate those who are correct first, and then those who are incorrect afterwards. But within those subsections of correct and incorrect, you are randomised. So you cannot use that information to determine where you are in the pecking order. Only the information that I give you when a player is eliminated is going to tell you where you are in the pack. So you need to know how many you've got right and in what time. So, 9 more questions. Here is the first. A circle with an area of 78.54 centimetres squared would have a radius of how many centimetres? I should have also mentioned, abstention is treated as wrong in the final, so attempt every question. The correct answer, 5 centimetres. The area is pi times the radius squared. So going backwards, 78 divided by 3 is roughly 25. Pi is roughly 3. 78 divided by 3 is roughly 25, which is 5 squared. Let's see who was right. Lots of wrong answers up there. Apodo and Topper getting the right answer, and everyone else going wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red lights up there. Which means we know that Topper and Apodo are safe. Everyone else, though, it's going to come down to who has got the fewest questions in the slowest time. Let's clear the pyramid. We know Topper and Apodo are safe, but everyone else, you're trying to avoid that red tile. Let's repopulate the pyramid. Apodo and Topper are safe. Clayton is safe. Sam is safe. Shapes is safe. Clive is safe. Jerry is safe. Michael is safe. Vertigo is safe. Jack, it's you. Big Dog, only one correct answer in 7.81 seconds. I think that was always going to be the way coming in after question 6. You were always going to be fighting an uphill battle, but unfortunately it is not going to fly on this occasion. Thank you for playing, but you've been eliminated. And we will disintegrate you and send you back into the shadows. For place in the second round for 70 to 74. Yeah, quite right. Right, so just a reminder, that order of population was random within the incorrect players, and it was random within the correct players. Apodo and Topper, I mean, I could tell you who has got more right out of you two, but I won't. And out of the incorrect players, I could tell you who's got the most right and the most wrong, but I won't. You only get it on the stats. It's all random. Keep you on your toes. How many points do your rivals have compared to you? Let's go on. Question 2. Honey to the Bee was the final single from the similarly named debut album of which 90s British pop star? Everybody attempt the question. There's no advantage to abstaining. Give it a guess. Correct answer. It's Billy, or Billy Piper, variations thereupon. Also accepted Piper. This wasn't a patch on her first single, because we want to. Because we want to. What a great song that was. But yes, Honey to the Bee was not quite as good, but that was the name of the album. Honey to the Bee, just with the letter B, was the name of the album. Green if you're right, red if you're not. And if you're wrong in the shadows, you just go grey. But if you're right in the shadows, you go light green. Wrong answers coming in. Lady B, Kylie Minogue, Gina G and Minogue are all incorrect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights up there. 5 incorrect players. I don't need to count them because it tells me in the debug. 4 are correct, 5 were incorrect. So Vertigo, Shapes, Sam and Magikarp, you know you're safe. Jerry, Clive, Clayton, Apodo, Topsicle. One of you is about to go home. Let's clear the pyramid. And let's find out who it is. They're safe. Clive is safe. Clayton is safe. Topper is safe. Apodo is safe. Jerry! It is you with just 3 correct answers, 17.51 seconds taken to get them. But unfortunately, it was not enough. That was the low score of the incorrect players. And we have to disintegrate your tile. Why do you gotta play that song so loud? Because we want to. Because we want to. And then there were 8. Let's go to our next question. The third longest in Italy, which river rises in the Apennine Mountains and flows in the into the Tyrrhenian Sea? A reminder that abstention is treated as wrong. Correct answer was the Tiber. Third longest river in Italy and the longest in central Italy, rising in the Apennine Mountains in Emilia-Romagna and flowing 406 kilometers through Tuscany, Umbria and Lazio, where it is joined by the river Anien to the Tyrrhenian Sea between Ostia and Fiumicino. Green if you're right, red if you're not. 5 incorrect players, just the 3 right there. Magikarp, Sam and Vertigo, which means you know you're going to be safe. Clive, Clayton, Shapes, Podo and Top School. One of you is going to be going home. I can say all of you gave me an incorrect answer. 3 of you given me Poe. 1 going for Volga. 1 going for I don't know. Let's clear the pyramid. I'm trying to avoid that red tile. Let's see who's going home. 3 at the top safe. Clayton is safe. Topper is safe. Clive is safe. Shapes is safe for Podo. You've been eliminated with just 4 correct answers and 45.65 seconds spent getting there. So, you want to be looking at your scores and thinking, oh, I've only got 4 correct answers. I could be next. That's something to bear in mind. But remember, you've always got advantage. All you've got to do is get the question right, and you are safe unless everyone gets it right. That's what you've got to be thinking. So looking at your scores, remember, that order is random. It is not necessarily Apodo, Shapes, Clive, Topper, Clayton on the losing players. Okay, it is random in the 2 sections. So look at your score, look at your time, and decide how close am I to going home. For Apodo, it's imminent. Thank you for playing. And then there were 7. Let's go on to question number 4. The hitmen Gus and Ben are the 2 lead characters in which 1960 play by Harold Pinter. Time. Correct answer. It was the dumb waiter. There is a 3rd character by the name of Wilson who also features briefly, but is principally Gus and Ben as 2 hitmen waiting for further instructions. There was a production, I think, starring Lee Evans and Jason Isaacs a few years ago, which I really wanted to see but never got round to. Yes, the dumb waiter, with or without the space, with or without the definite article, would have been fine. Green if you're right. Just Sam getting it right, so everybody else, you are going to be in contention. We've got a couple of birthday parties coming in. Death of a salesman, birthday party, no answer from Michael, and on the buses from Topper, none of those correct. So, let's clear the pyramid. Sam, we know you're safe, but everyone else, well, one of you's going home. Let's find out who. Topper's safe, Clive's safe, Michael's safe, Shapes is safe, Vertigo is safe. Clayton, it's you. JR, can you make a note? When only 1 player is correct, there is no bong on appearance. When only 1 player is correct in the final, there is no bong on appearance. I need to fix that. That's an edge case that I've missed. Clayton, getting 4 correct answers in 36.94 seconds. It's not enough to survive. So again, be looking at your time. There is no bong on appearance. Indeed so, Jerry. Be looking at your time, be looking at your score, and think how close are you to that. Clayton, thank you for playing. But it's game over. Sam, Clive, Topper, Vertigo, Shapes, and Michael remain. Last 6 players. Well, let's go to the next question. Here we go. Which fitness app's logo represents a stylized A sat atop an off-centered V on an orange background? Or possibly the other way around. To check it now. No, it is a stylized A sat atop an off-centered V on an orange background. Thank you, JR. Correct answer. Strava, one of my most frequently used apps at the moment. Yes, Strava, last recognized as being worth $1.5 billion US. It's very, very popular. Let's see who was right and who was wrong. 3 correct, 3 wrong. Vertigo going for Garmin, Clive going for Avion. Topper going for avocado. Every single time I get the question after elimination correct. Oh, that sucks. It sucks, Claire. And yes, you did get that. 9.03 seconds you got that. Well, let's clear the pyramid. We know Shapes, Magikarp and Sam are going to be safe. It's going to be Topper, Clive or Vertigo going on this question. Let's find out who as we repopulate the pyramid. Safe. Clive is safe. And Vertigo is safe. Topper, it's you, I'm afraid. With just 5 correct answers in 35.75 seconds. Not a bad go. 5 questions, average of 7 or so seconds. But it's not enough to survive the top 5, or survive to the top 5. Thank you for playing, but it's game over. Halfway through, 5 down, 4 to go. Only one can sit atop the pyramid and revel in its glory. Let's go on to question number 6. Who was the highest ranking member of the Third Reich to be found guilty of war crimes at the Nuremberg trials? Time. Correct answer. Yeah, happy birthday. Hermann Goering was the answer. Most infamous of the surviving leaders and the main focus of the trial, if we're being completely honest. He became the de facto leader following the end of the war. He was found guilty of war crimes and was sentenced to be hanged, though he took his own life with a potassium cyanide capsule the night before the execution. Hermann Goering was the answer, and let's see who was right. None of you. Flyboy in the background game, but nobody getting to the correct answer. A couple of players going for Goebbels, one going for Himmler, one going for Hess, one going for Rommel. Joseph Goebbels, much like the Führer himself, committed suicide before arrest. Goering was the highest ranking member of the Nazi Party to still be alive, to be held accountable, as it were. So, everyone is wrong, which means it's going to come down to your past performance. Let's find out who's going in that red tile. Good luck. No, this one works. I've tested this one. Vertigo is safe. Sam is safe. Shapes is safe. Michael is safe. Clive, with a count of 5 in 33.32 seconds, I'm afraid it is you who has to say goodbye. Just looking at my stats, they're a bit unclear. JL, could you make a note for me? I thought about it earlier. Stats in Logger need double spacing. I'll know what that means because I'm struggling to see whose is whose. Because I get all the questions logged here. Clive, just 5 correct answers in 33.32 seconds. Thank you, mate. It's not to be on this occasion. Thank you for playing, but it's game over. Then there were 4. Michael, Sam, Shapes, and Vertigo. 3 questions left. Pressure is mounting. By the way, those of you who are in the behind-the-scenes game, you can still play along for kudos and pennies, so please do so if you feel so compelled. Question number 7. Take a look at this. Known for his 9 piano sonatas, 5 piano concerti, and his Lieutenant Key suite, which Russian composer famously died on the same day as Joseph Stalin? Let's see who played. Oh no, let's see the right answer. That's round 1. Let's see who played. Sergei Prokofiev. Pros I'm loving more and more with each passing day at the moment. My girlfriend plays a lot of Prokofiev, and she's very, very good. She's much better than I am. It's quite annoying, actually. But she plays a lot of Prokofiev, and so I'm getting more affinity with Prokofiev as days go by. And Lingomaniac, welcome to the stream. Lovely to see you there. Oh, test case I've just thought, which I'm not going to say out loud until after the game. Yeah, Sergei Prokofiev died the same day as Joseph Stalin, 1953. I wrote down 53, 63? 53, I think. March 53. And yeah, there was a whole hoo-ha. Let's see who was right. Just the one. Shapes getting the right answer. Vertigo, you should know better than that. Not Stravinsky, Sam, at least it wasn't Tchaikovsky, and no answer from Michael there. Vertigo, you should know better than that. It's never Tchaikovsky, not in these parts. Let's clear the pyramids. Shapes, you know you're safe. But one of the other three, Vertigo, Sam, or Magikarp, you're going home. Let's take a look and see who it is. No bong. Sam, you're safe. Michael, you're safe. Vertigo, you've been eliminated. 6 correct answers, 48.72 seconds in total. Not to be, but a good hustle to get to the final 4. Very, very well played, but unfortunately you cannot be crowned King of the Pyramid or Pharaoh of the Pyramid on this occasion. Thanks for playing. Two questions left this game. Shapes, Michael and Sam battling it out. I can see their stats. They cannot. They can only see their own. They do not know how the other players are doing. They only know whether they were right or wrong on the immediate question. Let's load up question number 8 and see what they think of this. Which type of rock is formed through the cooling and solidification of magma or lava? Correct answer? Igneous rock, with or without the rock or the rocks. Yeah, igneous rocks occur in a wide range of geological settings: shields, platforms, orogens, basins, large igneous provinces extended across an oceanic crust. Directly copied from Wikipedia there in my notes. But yeah, I don't remember much about the rock cycle from when I was in school. But igneous rocks are the lava ones. Metamorphic and sedimentary are the other two, but they are not formed in that way. Let's see who was right. Oh, it's paying for Sam as the only red light up there, which means we get the one test case we haven't seen tonight, which is when only one player is incorrect. We know who's going to be in that slot, and so we forego the ceremony. Sam, I'm afraid it's you. We just stick you all in at once. It's more effective when there's 10, but yeah, when there's 3. Sam, 12 correct answers, 82.67 seconds, but managing to get 12 correct, that's a much higher number than we've seen elsewhere. But it's not to be on this occasion. Bad luck. That is the Scheisse, as Clayton is saying, indeed so. That is the rough part of this game. You can get as many right as you like, but all it takes is one question where everyone else gets it right, and you're the only one to get it wrong. Bad luck, my dude. I'm afraid your game is over. So it's Michael versus Shapes for the final question. I know how many they've both got. No one else does. I know whether one player has an advantage over the other. But the first tiebreaker is always, do you get this next question right? Good luck to you both. Quarter Life Crisis, Look at You, and Have It All are the 3 Netflix specials released by which American stand-up comedian and former late-night host? Fine. The correct answer. Taylor Tomlinson would recommend. She's very funny. I can't remember the name of the show she hosted, but I've seen all 3 of the specials and they're really, really good. She came to the UK earlier this year. I didn't get a chance to see her, but if you got Netflix, check her out. She's brilliant. After Midnight, thank you, Tipser, my fact-checking penguin. Love it. After Midnight. Let's see who was right and who was wrong. But I've just remembered something. It says it on my cue bar and I've ignored it all this time. We're not going to see who's right and who's wrong, because on my cue bar it says silent in final question. Because of course it is. You know if you got it right or wrong, but we don't know publicly because it's between Michael and Shapes. And what we're going to do is reveal the winner and the runner-up. To prolong the tension, absolutely. Thank you to whoever recommended this. Might have been Score, might have been Lewis, might have been JR. It was someone. Apologies if it was someone else I haven't said. You know if you're right or wrong, but we're not going to reveal it publicly. Let's clear the pyramid. One of you gets eliminated, and one of you gets the gold. For the final time, and I changed an animation at the last second at about 7:15 this evening, and then rebuilt it and didn't test it, so I hope it works. I tested it in engine, but I haven't tested it in build. Let's repopulate the pyramid. Michael. Shapes, 7 correct in 37.38 seconds. And I can tell you that Michael got 8 correct in 86.55 seconds. Slower answering, but one question more. You were both incorrect on that question for what it's worth. So it was going to come down to past performance. Unfortunately, Shapes, it was suggested we should just have the winner revealed at this point, but I thought the runner-up needs to have their ceremony. Shapes, thanks for playing. Runner-up in the pyramid. Which means there is one Pokemon left standing. Yes, you abstained, which means it counts as wrong in the final, as I did explain earlier on, Michael. Abstention is treated as wrong in the final. So yes, you were both wrong. I don't know why you abstained. There's no strategy to abstaining there. Shapes had got it right, you would have been very upset. But, as it happens, you have survived. You are the top of the pyramid. You are at the top of the pyramid. And the winner of the inaugural game is Magikarp. Or was it? We'll never know. Penny data has been printed to your devices and to the bank as well. Pyramid just gone. I know. It's all built in legend and rumours. It's like, did it ever even happen at all? Mirage. We've got some pennies for it though, so we'll have to wait and see. Period, never to return again. Yeah, the torches have gone as well. But Ozymandias remains in the sand. It's like, why was there a statue here? There's nothing else, just a nice lagoon. Maybe it was a statue for the lagoon, but there was never a pyramid. Anyway, thank you to Toot for proofing those questions. I hope you enjoyed them. Hope you enjoyed the inaugural game of the pyramid. I'm going to come back to the camera just to wrap up. Oh my god. Lots of lovely hiccups. Congratulations to Michael, King of the Pyramid. I hope you've enjoyed playing. Enjoy the credits, which I've animated, and the hieroglyphs are back, and I'll see you on the camera to wrap up stream in just a minute. Thanks for playing. Well, that all went well, I think. That will be coming back in Season 20. I love that. That's a really good format. Why did you let me not play that for 10 seasons, gang?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Mainly on me for not reskinning it earlier. Need a little tweak to the rules, just a tiny tweak. I really liked it. I don't know if you liked it. I really enjoyed it. Hope you did as well, because I invented data leak. I prefer the I prefer the other games. Yeah, that's fair enough. Do you not like that one? Or don't like the parent? Okay, fine. I like it. Oh, you're too kind, Nathan. Yeah, there's quite a few. There's a few now. But yeah, Pyramid will be returning next season, as will Bamboozle. Right. Yes, you did. That's what you got a game theorist credit, Lewis. And a question writer credit, because I needed 3 and I've only got 2 this season, me and Clive. So, Johnson Spacey 4 game. Birthday Spacey 4 game. Yeah, getting over the loss of blockbusters. Never over it. Well, I've still got the software. It's a bit sketchy as to whether I can play it. So it is the Spacey 4 game. Yeah, there's another pack of the Pyramid coming up in a few weeks' time, a couple of weeks. Clive is writing that pack. There is a template for it now, writers. So we're on the latest version of the question writing template. There is a template for the Pyramid. DM me on Talent Manager. Very good. Right, just going to load the Spacey 4 game software. Let's kill current software, kill current game. I've got to pick a raid message as well. The one where there was a party. I've got a handful of raid messages to pick from. It might be Nico again. Love a Nico. He's playing Blueprints, which is a game I really, really want to play. From all the reviews I've seen, it seems like the one that's going to be, yeah, it seems like a game I'd enjoy. So we're going to go raid Nico, which I know is the second time in as many Saturdays, but he is a good guy, and he's playing what looks like a good game. So we'll go and raid over to Nico in a minute. I'll pick a raid message. Yeah, my camera does weird things. I think I will enjoy Blueprints. I think I will. There's not very many games that come out these days where I think, I need to play that. Blueprints is one of them. Right, Spacey 4 game. Where's the rest of the inspector? There it is. Because it's my birthday, gang, I'm going to give you 100 pennies per entrant rather than the regular 50. Remind me to change it back afterwards. I also need to go to game with cam mode, which is there. And I need to enable disable built graphics capture and enable unbuilt graphics capture, because this is an unbuilt game, which will be changing in due course. Left or right? And the beep happens. There we go. Well, I'm going to play. I'm going to play. 100 pennies per entrant here. Birthday bonus for you all. Could be a right windfall of cash. All the people turning up right at the end of the stream for Spacey 4 game. Hex and Gale, welcome to the stream. 2,600 pennies. That's a lot of pennies. It's a lot of pennies. 2,700 is even more. Welcome, Hex. Hope you're doing well. Speaking of pennies, there's some pennies I need to give to Shadowmane and Matt. I need to give 1,000 pennies. Remember, you can transfer your micro pennies into real pennies. Butter bread, yeah. Well, Hex has gone right, Matt. Let's find out if they were good to do that. They were not. Toucan, Titzer, Colin, Shape, Solomon, JR, Dan, Matt, me, Odie, Apodo, and Lewis. Left or right? No yo-yo for me tonight. I'm sticking with left. Oh, yeah, it's all right, Apodo. Let's go left. No yo-yo for me. For what it's worth, I genuinely don't know which way it's going to go, because the logic doesn't calculate the door that opens until the timer expires. So genuinely, I have no idea. 50-50. 2,700 pennies to the winner. Ah, poo. Toucan, Titzer, Colin, JR, Oni, and Lewis. You go on to the next round. Left or right? I need to get this into the operator. It's probably going to be a ball ache to do because it doesn't use a universal controller. I've no idea how complicated it's going to be to retrofit, because I quite like the software. I don't really want to have to redo the entire software. It would probably only take me 3 or 4 hours if I did. Left drops. It's Colin, JR and Lewis to the final. Well, it might not be the final. It depends where they go. Yeah, maybe I could retrofit the operator onto this. It does need more triangles. Yeah, there aren't enough. JR goes left. Colin goes right. Lewis goes right as well. Are we going to have one more round? Or is JR going to win 2,700 pennies? He is not. It goes to another round. Colin and Lewis. For 2,700 pennies. Left or right? Didn't believe hard enough. Just like with Brexit. Colin's not wasting time and going left. Lewis is going to ensure there is a winner. 2,700 pennies. So let's see if my penny bank updates in real time. Dice jail. What? There is going to be a winner. And it is... Lewis T1 wins 2,700 pennies. Very well played, Lewis. I say well played. What did you have before I pressed refresh? Can't even see you. Why don't I use the filter? That's what it's there for. 49th with 28.87. Refresh. And it all changes. Now 37th with 55.87. You've doubled your season's pennies in one game. What larks. Do you want to go again? Also, again. Go on. One more. One more. Don't need to play any secret quizzes. Easy. Left or right? Stick with left. I was having a chill moment, not chatting much, but can I take this opportunity to thank everybody for coming along to my birthday party stream? I know it's been a fairly regulation stream. Pyramid was fun to do. And again, thank you for taking a look at those questions. Thank you to the other writers this evening, to Prugs for Risky Business, to Cola for Data Leak, to the proofing team, Toot and Lewis who've helped out with proofing. Very, very grateful to you. I hope you've all had a good time. I'm going to be back on Thursday, for what it's worth, with Plinko by Fluffy Beans, Moneybox by Arun, and Bidding War by Stimpson's Angle. Oh, I bet you all are feeling silly for going right now. Only Lupine tips to Lewis, Apodo, Pruz, and me go on to the next round. I'm also going to be back next Saturday with Danger Zone, The Purge, and Spotlight. So do come along if you are free. It'd be lovely to see you. The season rapidly running to its conclusion. We've got 2 more streams after next Saturday, Thursday the 4th and Saturday the 6th of September. Yeah, let's stick with left. I take back my also again comment. Well, there's 2,500 pennies to the winner. Everyone's in. Who's it going to be? Left or right? Ha! Oh, sorry. Tywin.wave. Only improves. 2,500. It's going to be a 3-rounder unless you both go the same way and you both survive. Proves is going right. And Oni's going to ensure there's no rollover. So, we're going to go raid Nico in just a minute, which is going to be a huge amount of fun. He's playing Blueprints, and I'm going to cash in those pennies before I close the operator. Let's see who wins the 2,500. Oni or Prugs? It is Oni, currently 6th with 19,854, but another 2,500 going on to his bank. Moves Oni up to 5th with 22,354. It's nice when the operator software works, isn't it? GG's everybody, and well done. Oh fuck. Oh, you twat. Well done if you got some pennies out of that. No prize for guessing what I've just done. You stupid twat. Right, hang on. I'll tell you what I've done in a minute. Do you know I like to only have one Unity build running at a time? No, playing it again would have been easy to rectify. I had Spacey 4 game and the operator both running out of the Unity engine. Guess which one I just stopped. Yeah, I just stopped the operator. It's fine, because everything had registered, but all the raid messages that I'd earmarked had been lost. What a twat. What a bellend. Thank you for the 30 bits, or the 60 bits for the 2 gigantify emojis there. I'm rebooting the operator. It's not booted yet, Lewis. Give it a sec. Right. The operator has now rebooted. Get your raid messages in. You've got 30 seconds to get a raid message in, and then I'm stopping them. Alright, I'm going to flag them as they come in. You Belgian head, that's a new one. I don't remember what they were. No, I quite like that. That seems appropriate. There were some really good ones as well. I'm really sorry. Oh, goodness me. Brew. I can't remember my raid message. My camera does strange things. Double gold birthday. Oh, God. Oh, they're going too fast for me to... Yeah. There was a... Yeah. That was one. I remember that one. Right. Is that 30 seconds? Right. That must be... That's time. Right. It's time up. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a potentially winning one. Right. Okay, I've got 6. So, yes, that one. That one, because it was the first one to come in. That one, because it's twice that's been a reference. And that one. I mean, it's Lewis either way. But it's going to be that, I think. Risqué or Bonk. That was the one I remembered from before. I'm really sorry I lost all those raid messages. But welcome to the stream. Clive a Legend. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that now. We're going to go raid Nico Hart. Thanks again, everybody, for coming to join me for this birthday stream tonight. Look forward to seeing the feedback on the pyramid. As ever, do come and join the Discord. Give me suggestions in the suggestions section if you'd like to see some tweaks to the pyramid. But I thought it was broadly fine, to be honest. So just maybe a couple of little things to tweak. Yeah. It's been great fun tonight. We're going to go raid Nico, who's playing Blueprints. I'm going to cash those pennies in before I go to bed and do my pack down stuff. I'm going to be back on Thursday with Plinko Moneybox and Bidding War. I do hope you can come and join me then. Until next time, you have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. And as ever, take care. Peace out. Happy birthday to me. And good night.
Marked the beginning of the first era, often noted as the Ajera. I'm just going to write it.